Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Go until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never tried. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart, breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun. Oh, but we were so young. Love me till the summer's done, but keep me in your heart, so I hold on. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never tried. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart. Colors of the sky, breaks my heart. All I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. But all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Took me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked up ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. My name is Resorty, and to you, one and all, I say hello, friends. Also,
Hello, friends.
hello, friends. Nam's eating English muffin this morning.
It is.
It's an English muffin.
Yeah.
Is it delicious?
Yeah, it doesn't have the nooks and crannies. It's not the nooks and crannies.
Is that like a brand? Is it?
I think I don't know if it's the slogan or if it's a type of the Thomas brand.
Thomas brand.
That is so prevalent
Thomas.
in the United States.
That's great.
This is not that. It's just bread in a circle.
Excellent. Hello, friends, and welcome to an eating stream. We should change streams over to, or categories over to mukbang. Is that called mukbang?
Hi.
Wait, is that Korean?
That's my understanding. Is that
Do we have Korean students?
certainly.
Yeah, I think I have a Korean student. Now, would it be strange if I approached her and said, "Hi, tell me about mukbang"?
Yes, it's like if you went up to a Japanese student to ask them to tell you about karaoke.
I mean, I'm sure they would tell me all about karaoke. But good point.
I have trained Fritz in a very unfortunate.
You have. Let me say
Yes.
hello real quick,
Yeah,
and then
I know.
and then we'll talk about the ways in which you are. What's the issue? Corrupting the children? I think that's right. Real quick, hello, Silent. How's it going? Axix, it's good to see you, my friend. Jim, hi for Jim. What's up, Fears? What's up, Delamuka? Welcome. Pepper, good to see you. Marks, hi. Lost, Freak, a pleasure, Freak, as always. It is true, friends. Today is supposed to be RimWorld Friday, but no, there are other games must be played. Namely, the same game as always. That's how it goes.
Crumpets.
Rucappy, hello. Lamp, hello. Hytalian, hello. Rube, hello to Resorty and half of Noms.
Hi.
It's close enough?
Oh.
Yep. This is your way of making sure you're not like actually eating on camera.
I know.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
that's fine.
Um,
Hello, Chaucer. Hello.
Jim Iconius talks about crumpets. You can get crumpets at Trader Joe's.
So what are crumpets compared to English muffins?
I think that the baking style is actually different. I looked it up once because I want to know if I could bake them.
Yeah. Can you bake them if you're interested in doing so?
Yeah, I think so. I think the thing is that you have to make them in a mold on a griddle. Actually.
On a griddle?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Do we have a griddle?
We used to.
We used to have a lot of things.
Don't remind me of all the nice things.
Yeah. Hey, Chelsea knows first. That's true. It's a no tie day. I'm wearing my little sweater. Just kind of lazy guy today. It's weekend, and so it's relaxation time, and I'm still here. I'm still wearing a button up on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, truthfully, I say that as if I wear t-shirts all the time. I'm not streaming.
Well,
No, I wear button-ups pretty much every single day.
Yeah.
Even when we go out for let's go to the park. Noms wears a nice little t-shirt and jeans, and I have my khakis and
more
button-ups.
importantly, I wear sneakers.
That's true.
And you wear your teaching shoes.
It's true. I like my teaching shoes. They're very comfortable as long as I don't walk more than a few miles.
Yeah.
Then they get blistery, and that's no good. But
Yeah.
I look it up. It's good.
I should have had tea with my English muffin. I had coffee.
You could get some tea if you want
I
to.
sure could.
Yeah. Crumpets are like chewy dough pancakes. Okay. So I've had pancakes, of course.
Yeah.
We keep talking about making pancakes some weekend,
Oh,
and
yeah, maybe I'll go get some mix.
that'd be great.
And then we can make them on our not griddle
It's all right.
tomorrow.
It'll still be good. Yeah, if you want, I'll make you breakfast tomorrow morning.
Yeah, maybe.
Pancakes and eggs and
But we always go.
We do go to Denny's many mornings on
And
Sunday.
we haven't been able to. Oh wait, I have yoga on Sunday mornings now.
Oh yeah.
Everybody needs to know about my private life. No one cares.
That's fine. It's absolutely fine.
I can lower my hands again because Fritz has decided to leave. the
Oh
room.
yeah, that was the story I wanted to tell you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
when we moved in together, there's a slight modification in Fritz's training. Now, you all know that Fritz is my good boy who sure does like food a lot. Because he was a little runt of his litter and didn't get very much food and got beaten up constantly by his siblings. And so now he likes food more than anything. It makes him feel loved. And so, I would leave food out for him in his little kiddie bowl, fine. But if he wanted my human food, I would say, no sorry, no human food for you. And to my knowledge, as long as I had him solo, he never had any food that was not intentionally cat food. And then I moved in with Noms, and would I share this part of the story? I don't want to tell your truth, but
I don't know. One day I think he was around when we were having cinnamon rolls, and I gave him a little tiny piece of it, and he discovered carbs.
yeah,
And he loves carbs.
he loves bready carbs. It's true.
And so I decided, won't it be fun if I do this thing where if I lift up the carb in front of him, he'll go up and grab it. And I taught him this cute little trick, and it was so nice because now he'll play this cute little trick where even if you don't have any carbs in your hand, if you go like this, he'll think, oh yes, carbs, and then he'll reach up and grab it, right? So it's a fun little trick. I can make Fritz stand up. Except now I've discovered that if I just have my hand dangling there as one does when one is standing, he thinks it's cute little trick time, and then
Absolutely.
out come his little claws to try to get the bread out of.
Yes, he
Your
believes that
hand.
your hand is actually made of bread.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
wants your bready hand at all times. And
Uh-huh.
I have still, I believe, never given him any human food. And so I'm
Really?
I may have given him bread once when you were pretending to give him bread and then pulling it away repeatedly. I said, "Oh, that's mean. That's mean to Fritz. Here, have a little bread, buddy."
How
But
about when we got the New Year's box? Did you give him any of that, or did I feed that to him?
you fed the New Year box to them. Yeah, the New Year's box we got
You're I'm not touching it.
a bunch of fishy, crustacean-y things that
Had eyeballs.
Had eyeballs looking at you. Oh, horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But Fritz is smarter than we thought he was, but then also kind of dumber than we thought he was.
His intelligence is entirely food motivated. He can figure out any problem there is so long as there's a food treat at the end.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's right. It's absolutely great.
Yeah, because he couldn't really figure out how to open the door when we came here, right? The sliding door.
Yeah, so even if the sliding doors open a decent amount, so he put his paw in and push a little bit, and they do move very easily, very little pushing. He got his paw in and then just pulled it back out again, and yeah, he needs to get his whole body in there to push it open. So, poor buddy. Yep, good old cats. As many of you know, last night was date night.
Yeah.
We had a lovely date night. We
Yeah.
walked from work over to the Indian restaurant.
Yeah.
And I got my standard, which is the sag paneer. Very good.
There was a modification last night, though. That's
Oh.
their suggestion.
There was a modification. As many of you know, the standard side dish we go for with our meal is the rice. And not just any rice, but the big rice, which is white rice. Is it Japanese rice?
Yeah, it's not basmati.
Yeah, it's some sort of Japanese rice. It's heaped up nicely, big pile. However,
Because it comes in small, medium, and big sizes.
That's right. There's small,
that's the-
big, plain rice. But
Yesterday.
Well, before that, you realized that you love something even more.
Oh, yes.
Which,
yes.
Which is
Only when I get to have some.
yes,
which is garlic rice.
Garlic rice. You'll recall that one time not too terribly long ago, I went out by myself and had dinner there and had garlic rice, and then came home and woke Noms up by breathing on her.
It's pretty powerful.
Yes.
If you did not ingest it and you're just receiving it through only, I don't know, the after effects, it's quite powerful.
Right. So we've since tried the garlic rice on a few occasions and shared. It's been very nice.
It's been very nice.
Very, very nice.
Very nice.
And so, yesterday. Oh, please.
I think sometimes too, it's been so nice that we order a second garlic
It's only
rice.
happened once. Only happened once.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not a habit, but
But our usual waiter guy. We should ask him his name.
I mean, I think I've said before we should ask him his name. I think you said it was rude to do so.
Okay, well, maybe now that, because he's consistently our waiter, maybe I was gonna say maybe he's got the best English, but that's possible.
Yeah, he did ask us one time where we're from.
Yeah.
And we said, we're Americans. Where are you from? He's Nepalese.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been the opportunity to say, and what's your name?
Yeah.
We didn't do that though, so we have to like awkwardly say, hey, what do we call you? I'm sure we'll make it work well. Anyway, last night we had the standard waiter and
so we were doing our little ordering,
Yep.
and I think he said big rice or something, and we said how garlic rice, and then he said big garlic rice, and we were like, what? Because garlic rice only comes in one size on the menu.
Yeah.
And so we said, you can do big garlic rice? And he said, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we got big garlic rice.
And it was quite the heaping pile, and it was really,
nice,
really good.
nice.
And so I think we're off menu regulars now.
That's
Or the
true.
kind of people who go there often enough are willing to like cut us deals and make specials, and
We don't know how much he charges for big
we have
garlic
no
rice.
idea. Yeah, it may have charged us 3 times as much.
It's
But
probably just, whatever it's probably like 200. Whatever.
whatever the upcharge is usually.
Yeah.
But then at end of dinner last night, went home, was not feeling amazing, feeling a little bit off last night, not terrible, but then overnight did not sleep terribly well, and then this morning felt absolutely terrible. Friends, I think the Nepalese are trying to kill me. I think they decided that we are no longer welcome there. They're trying to stop us from coming.
Well, didn't you have a Nepalese student last semester?
I did have a Nepalese student last semester.
Obviously, all the Nepalese know each other. So they must have said something.
Yeah, I don't know.
They must have gone through the secret back channels.
Yeah.
Did you say something rude to this Nepalese student?
I say a lot of things.
Is it Nepali or Nepalese?
I think I say Nepalese, but I'm not sure.
Oh,
if
boy.
Nepali.
Oh boy. Well, I learned this week that the adjective for Maya is actually Maya.
Really? So
Yeah,
Mayan is incorrect.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, one of our colleagues told me. Yeah.
Do you believe this colleague?
I think so, because this colleague was talking about how he used to say Mayan, and then a student came up and said, actually, it's Maya. They call themselves, like, that's the adjective.
Okay. So on the crossword, I know we have used Mayan at some point. So I wonder if this is a place where, like, the colonizers decided to use their standard language application,
Exactly.
but they themselves call themselves something else.
Yeah. it
But
could be.
do people that we refer to as Mayan or Maya refer to themselves as Maya?
That is what the
But I mean,
student claimed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. 'Cause
I didn't bother to Google it, so.
Yeah, because as you know, so often the names that we use for other people are not the words they use themselves.
Right.
Like Japanese, for instance, is just
You mean the Japanese don't go around calling
they
themselves?
say like, "Hello, we're Japanese." Of course not. Of course not. Right? Yeah. Hello, Nixum. Hello, Grok. How's it going?
Wait, how come it says noms?
I assume that Grok's saying hello to you.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I was just worried that it was like tisking, like, oh noms,
Yeah.
getting tricked by your colleagues.
Yeah. We can look up after after stream today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, teaching yesterday went just fine. Another week down. Check. More-
You're involved. You're engaged in a turf war, though.
Oh, I am engaged in turf war. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. This, my friends, is the story of the day.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. So, as I've suggested previously, I have a bit of issue with my colleagues this semester because there are other classes in my classrooms just before when I teach. And at this school, we have a 10-minute passing period. So classes end at the
Good.
classes end at like 50 after the hour, and classes begin at the hour itself. So it's 00. Right, so 10 minutes, great amount of time. And so, this one professor before me has consistently been a little over. 3-4 minutes over his class time, that's fine, because I need time inside the classroom to get set up, to write things on the board, to get into the mode of teaching before the class is supposed to start. My students also need to get in, etc. But I'm okay with sort of sharing the passing period, where he'll be there a couple minutes later. I'll start a couple minutes earlier than class time. Fine. However, there's this one guy who's been pushing it more and more all semester long, And so yesterday it finally got to, hello.
May I interrupt to say, I always worry that I am this guy that's like taking too long in their classroom because I don't know. I feel like I dawdle in my classroom
Well, so
and I chit chat with the next professor a little bit, and I worry that he is on stream right now saying, "Oh, my colleague doesn't get out of her classroom."
It's true. It's true. But let me clarify something. It's not that he is slowly talking to students afterwards. It's that he is still lecturing. Like his doors
Which
are
I
still
do not.
shut. His students are still fierce taking notes. After his class is supposed to be over by 3, 4, 5 minutes usually.
That's crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
I'm surprised they aren't packing up, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they're not challenging him. I thought it might be the case that he doesn't know when his class ends, but anytime that I appear in the window and stare at him, he stops. Anyway, yesterday it got to like 6 or 7 minutes after the class, after his class was supposed to be over, and so I finally went in, and he ended right away and went out. Not went out, sorry, the students went out, except one student stayed at the front to talk to him, and stood right in the area where I put my bag down and right on the board. And so I got closer and closer and closer, and he's like, oh, okay. And so he ushered her outside my class, fine. I took over the classroom, I began putting my notes out, I turned and began to say hello to the students and began my talking and realized, oh, the other professor is still standing literally right outside the door of my class. And the door is shut, but we can pretty clearly hear that he is talking to the student still while I've begun class. And so I think, okay, maybe he just hasn't thought about it, so I get a little bit louder. I raise my voice to the point that he is definitely going to be able to hear it outside. And then he raises his voice louder also. And I decide this is not okay. This is not okay. And so, though I'm a pretty non-confrontational person, I decide, my friends, it is time for a confrontation. And so I march on down over to the door, and I open the door, and I say, excuse me, would you please move away from my classroom? And he goes, oh, yeah, and walks down some. And I turn around, and I close the door, and I go, woo! And the students all clap. There you go. That's how that goes. It was meant to be played as a joke, and I do wonder if the other professor heard me woo at my class, but...
Yeah, I think that's funny because I think I would have handled it differently in 2 ways. I would have, as I told you last night, I would have like passive-aggressively stood right next to the door on the inside of the door and raised my voice louder and louder until they got the message and walked down. Or if they didn't get the message, I would have opened the door and been like, we can hear what you're saying in here. And then I might have even said, I believe that might be a FERPA violation.
I mean, just sharing private student information. Yeah.
And with other students. Yeah.
I mean, you of course have the advantage of you are 2 or 3 people above him in the hierarchy.
Yeah,
so
sometimes people don't know who I am. I think people just think I'm some other student.
It's true. And he is definitely pre-tenure, so you can just walk out there and say, hi, you're fired. But...
Hi, what's your name? Who are... Yeah, okay, I thought so.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. But, yeah, I've definitely made an enemy, and I'm okay with that. Because I've tried so nicely earlier in the semester. Like, we talked. And I said, like, hi, I teach right after you, and I always try to get in here and put things on the board, and I meant that as I need a little bit more time in the classroom to get my, especially on days when we're doing primarily discussion, one of the things I do before class is put all the big discussion questions on the board, so I can say, hey, let's discuss these questions together, as opposed to me saying, 1 minute, we're going to discuss these questions. Oh, gotta write them, it takes forever, right? So... Yep.
Yeah, one of our colleagues does a really it's very like normal. It's a normal thing to do, but I'm not myself never do it, and I'm always like I think I should do something like that where he'll put some things on the board and then he'll say, okay, this relates to these particular like parts of our reading, so you might want to go over that reading and start thinking about the questions. And so he has them do things while they're sitting there waiting for class to start. And I'm like, I should do that.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So he asked them to do work before class starts?
Yeah, because they're just sitting there waiting.
Huh.
Now, some of them, like, they can scroll on their phone or whatever. But if they're just sitting there waiting for class to start, they can start reviewing, in particular parts of their reading and some of the things that he's talk about today? And I'm like, oh, that's so smart. It's a good use of time.
I guess
should
so.
share this with our coordinator.
I
It's
guess
really
so.
Smart. Yeah.
So I'm definitely on board with,
Yeah, like a warm up. Yeah.
I mean, I'm on board with encouraging students to do a warm up. I begin class every single day by having a recap of the day prior. And the way it always goes is I say, so what was important from last time? And this then allows the students
And then
to.
they go like this.
No. This tends to be the place where the students will do the most talking. The students who are not sure about their English will do the most talking
Oh, yeah.
because there's a concrete answer and it's just say what happened last time. And so that's the way in which I do warm-ups. But I would never say that before class starts. This is because I really hope that before class starts, the students are making friends. And the students are chit-chatting a little bit. And like the worst of course is when I come in and they're all locked on their phones, totally privately. And I'm sure they're still talking to other people, but it doesn't work well for class cohesion. But I'll definitely hear times when random students say like, "Oh, hey, we just had the exam. How'd you do?" Or "Man, that reading last night was."
That's a FERPA violation. I'm just
No,
kidding.
you can self-report.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, or I heard them say like, "Oh, what do you got to go on this weekend?" People who previously haven't spoken.
Yeah.
And so I think if I were to say, even just as an encouragement, "Hey, get your reading out and check this out," it may discourage them from taking those risks.
Maybe that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Hey, X6, you had an intersectionality theories course that opened 5 minutes of meditation every class.
That's awesome.
I had a Indian philosophy course that did the same thing, led by a Protestant man from South Carolina who began the class the first day by saying, "I don't really know anything about this, but I'd like to learn it, so I'm teaching it." And so he would like read this little like guide to meditation
that's
and then
cute.
say, "All right, we're gonna try that now." And we do it, and he'd open his eyes and say, "Well, nothing for me. How about for you?"
Oh no. That's great.
Yeah. I've had professors who like attempt to lead the class in calisthenics, like stretching and jumping jacks and so on.
Yeah.
Especially early morning classes have done that.
Yeah.
And this was before inclusiveness of physical limitation was taken terribly seriously.
One of our colleagues does like stretches and stuff during Zoom. We
Okay.
do it during Zoom classes.
Yeah.
He would ask students to get up and like.
Yeah.
it was
When I'm at my best, I try very hard to start the class with a sort of easy story that relates to today's class material that gets people thinking about in the neighborhood of the ideas I want, but in a really friendly and easy way. So yesterday, for instance, we're talking about how do we think about different ways of explaining the world and how they fit together, stereotypically like science and faith. This is reductive, etc. But and so on your good advice, we talked through the movie The Farewell. You might know it. It was a This American Life story before it was a movie, and it's about this Chinese American woman whose grandmother is very, very sick with cancer, but does not know it, and the entire family decides to keep it from her. And they try to find a way to say goodbye to her without her finding out she has cancer. And there's a bunch of sub-details past that and subplots. But the big question there is, like, if someone has cancer, should they know? And should you be the one to tell them, even if the rest of your family doesn't want you to? Because the traditional Chinese belief is that if people are told they're unwell, they will be less happy for one, but also potentially get sicker. And so it was a good way of thinking, like from the scientific perspective, ostensibly, it doesn't make a difference if the person knows. Cancer is cancer. Now, there's plenty of different reasons about like, placebo thought and so on, and like the power of prayer being, the power of believing people are thinking well of you. But yeah, and so we talked about that, and that's a really safe way to get into a topic, as opposed to just beginning with, the scientific method relies on empirical evidence. It is clearly the case that faith does not have... Oh, good Lord, can you imagine? That's how I do the rest of my class. That's the rest of my class, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was like, as usual, I'm being self-centered about my teaching, so I'm like, oh no, how did I start my class?
Yeah, it's always amazing. You've said that any time that a director or coordinator comes to you and says something like... a professor in my section's not doing this well, you immediately think, do I do that?
Yeah.
It's all about
Yeah.
It's all about noms. So
Yeah.
No worries. Hey Dougster, you drive a taxi.
Yeah.
Awesome. There was a time in graduate school when I wanted to do that, but you drive a taxi. You met a guy who said he was from Africa and a history teacher.
Mm.
Wow, that's amazing. Do I know anyone from Africa here? I don't
I
think.
mean, we knew one in our last
Oh no,
place.
definitely in prior places I have. I think here in Tokyo though, I don't know anyone from Africa yet.
I think there's one teacher that you don't know.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, international school, but they're saying that
Don't we know some South?
kids worldwide don't know enough about their own local history. Though in Africa, they get taught all sorts of history.
That's
Amazing.
great.
Yeah, definitely my Japanese students do not know a lot about Japanese history. It's still taught in a fairly, nationalistic way that sort of like encourages one telling and ignores a bunch of issues. But then perhaps every country does a bit of that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Any other stories we should share today, or?
I was thinking about something, but I forgot. Our colleague who starts with having his class do something, it's also like an 8:50 a.m.
Okay.
class.
Yeah.
So it could just be that people just are not up to talking or doing
Yeah.
socializing.
Yeah, definitely the earliest morning classes are very, very challenging to teach at times. Like some students sign up to come because they're self-selecting, and like, yes,
Yeah.
I want to get my day started right with some nerd time, right, or whatever it is. Where I think,
Those have like when I've taught earlier morning, like the earlier it is, the quote unquote better the students.
oh
are.
sure.
Yeah,
I think
it's amazing.
it's often more true at residential schools. I think that at non-residential schools, often it's just people trying to put things in their day wherever it goes.
Oh.
So, yeah. What periods do Japan schools focus on in history classes? So all I know for sure is there's a big focus on the Meiji Restoration, the period at which Japan rapidly industrialized, which is late 1800s.
Is it taught like positivistically?
I'm not actually certain how it's taught. I mean, it's such a focus of the Japanese cultural identity still.
Yeah.
The old samurai story is quite appealing to Westerners, but when Japanese people tell the story of their own country, it often is a story about setting that aside for the sake of modernization.
Yeah.
There's not a tremendous amount on what we'd call World War II. As I understand it, there's not much at all on the very early period of Japan, which is a period of profound colonization. But yeah, a tremendous amount though on recent periods, the becoming a global power in the 80s, and then quite a bit also on the Meiji Restoration. About post-war, so my students don't know much about it. So what I've learned about their education is primarily from what they're able to tell me when I ask questions about stuff. What?
If you based what you know about American education based on what American students can tell you about stuff, I don't know, man.
No, I mean I thought it might be interesting to try to get a translation of the basic curriculum of Japanese schools.
Yeah.
Because so the things that my students have been able to talk about most freely are, like I said, Meiji Restoration, and then fairly recent up to the 80s.
Yeah.
Post-war, I doubt it. I mean,
I don't
it's
know
an
if they would have heard anything from their grandparents.
possibly, but it's an embarrassing time.
Yeah.
So in the same way that, like the post-Vietnam period in the U.S. tends to be taught as
Disco, woo, oil.
yeah, there's not a lot of focus on the Vietnam War as a national catastrophe.
Yeah.
And I mean, the standard line is what American history for youngsters stops at the end of World War II. Good to go, thank you, have a nice day.
Yeah, because I remember being fascinated by Vietnam when I was growing up because I don't think I got it in the curriculum.
Yeah, absolutely right, absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think about 1300s. Yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't teach that period and know very little about myself because in philosophy time, that's what kind of a period where not terribly much is going on other than in the churches.
Yeah, we should ask our colleagues who have children.
Possibly.
I have one who's going into junior high.
Yeah, so I was going to say initially, like, I am curious about that. I think I'm most curious about high school because that's stuff that's freshest in mind for these students. And we do have a colleague who has one child in high school and one who's just graduated from high school a bit ago.
Oh.
Mr. K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we can ask him.
K.
Mr. K. Yeah, we'll definitely check that out.
Poor Mr. K. He is our go-to for So with respect to what, because I've already queried him about what how do Japanese parents think about paying for college
Yeah.
for their kids?
I mean, I think it's because of the people we know relatively well. He's the only one who is like Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was born in Japan. He
Went to college here.
went to college in Japan, spent very long time here, but also then spent 10 years in the U.S.
Yeah,
and then decided to come back. And so he's someone who has a foot in both cultures, but understands the Japanese one internally.
Yeah.
Well, we know people who
Yeah.
have lived in both places. Almost all of them are ones who have arrived here later, and so
Yeah.
understand the other culture internally.
Yeah, or I have the other one, right? Or I was thinking about somebody I was talking to yesterday, who was in the States for just a couple of years.
Right. Yeah.
So I go to her when it's like, so would a Japanese person find this offensive?
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, she didn't
Absolutely
think it
love
was offensive, but she thought it was kind of itchy.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
In Japan, there doesn't exist a great national shame about World War II like in Germany.
I think it's like they're not there yet in a way.
So, as I understand it, part of the post-World War II effort by MacArthur was to make the Japanese people into good democratic citizens, and they understood that part of that needed to be not shaming them about what had happened. So, in the post-World War II period, the emperor was seen as being just a figurehead who had not done anything to cause the World War II issues, speaking vaguely. Instead, it was just these few generals who had gone rogue, and these few generals were to blame for absolutely everything. And so those few generals were killed. And yeah, the Japanese people, as I understand it, have not really been forced to deal with the horrors of war. Partially because of the atomic bombing. I think it's very hard for people to say, we had this horrifying thing happen. How could we also be doing horrifying things?
Yeah. I think our students, especially because our students are a little bit unusual.
Sure.
I think our students kind of get it. Like they know there's other stuff out there, especially because they're able to access all.
Yeah.
But I think they haven't really processed it exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about teaching a political philosophy class here. Like, what would it be to teach my normal political philosophy class, which usually takes the American founding as being something to stare at, to try to understand what forces were at work there, what kind of thoughts were accepted and rejected, how could it have gone, etc. I'd love to do the same thing with the Japanese founding, which happens after World War II. But I recognize that the students just don't understand it enough and haven't gotten the propaganda version. Because most American youngsters have some general sense of oh gosh, we got a constitution because of fighting a war. In Japan it is we got a constitution because it was the only way the U.S. would allow the emperor to stay on the throne.
Yeah, they should just make a musical about
Absolutely.
it and it'll be fine.
Absolutely.
That's how people learn anything, right? There's a musical.
That's
so
good.
What Dexter says is very interesting about the UK too. It's very similar.
Yeah, do a lot of World War I, World War II, older stuff like Henry VIII and other stuff, not so much colonizing.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that there's no way to possibly teach all of the history anywhere. Even in young countries like the U.S., whatever level of focus you want, you're going to leave some stuff out. But how that selectivity is done, how some things are included and excluded, and of course it's politicized, and there is no pure absolute right history to offer to youngsters, but yeah.
Creamy Grimes is absolutely correct. It would not be a musical, it would be an anime.
Yeah, I mean, they're a manga about basically everything. There's baseball manga and slam dunk manga and little pandas who run cafes manga.
Yeah. They all have there are as many different genres of mangas as there are of regular other books.
It is ridiculous. So there are politics ones, you said. The writer.
Oh, there's history ones because I've seen a history series in the bookstore. It's a history. There's samurai and stuff.
All right, so I need to find a way to make a MacArthur manga as a way of talking about the origin of the contemporary Japanese state.
That's right.
I'm sorry, it's actually not a panda cafe.
That's right.
It's a polar bear cafe, but Mr. Panda is one of the regular clients there.
Yeah, I think he's a teenager because he still lives with his mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's this called again?
Shirokuma Cafe, Polar Bear Cafe.
Shirokuma Cafe. Yeah, it's a
Polar Bear Cafe.
Adorable little slice of life.
Slice of life.
That's what they call it. Yeah, so there's no overarching storyline.
No, it's just
it's kind of like a sitcom, I suppose, where things
Yeah.
things happen in an episode. We should not assume that they stick for the next episode.
Yeah, there's been kind of an arc developing. Right now, there's an arc about Panda's mom, and
Oh.
I'm like, this is kind of boring.
Yeah, you want more.
She's into the K-pop idols, I think is what we've discovered, is Panda's mom is into K-pop.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. If the can't be just what we choose on purpose, Nom's leaving in a moment. She intentionally likes being little Noms. Are you sitting on your toes? No. Yeah.
Sit there. Now I'm not standing on the pad at all either.
Yeah. No, it's just that Noms is cool with being mostly off camera, and
Yeah.
I mean, we can lower it and you can see my horror show of a keyboard.
No, this is fine, because then I can also just kind of lean on the table.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. I should lean on the table.
Well, I try not to lean on the table because it shakes the entire
It shakes
table.
everything. Absolutely. Like an
Yeah.
earthquake. Absolutely. Forehead stream all the way. Absolutely. All right. Should we
Okay.
say adieu?
Yeah.
Yeah. What will you be
Yeah.
doing today? What's your goal while I am playing the video juegos?
Oh, I'll probably go for a little run, but I need to
Nice.
send some email.
Oh, and you said you actually may be going for a run where the Emperor is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to like ride the subway for half an hour just to get there. I thought maybe I don't know.
It's a very popular place to run, though.
Yeah, but why would I want to take an hour-long round trip just to go run there?
Because you can say, look, it's the Emperor. By which you mean, like the building where he must be. You can't look at him, but he must be.
Yeah. One of the Google post sites that I saw said that sometimes the Crown Prince runs there.
Oh, fun.
But wouldn't you if you lived in a giant park?
So the Crown Prince in this case is his uncle, right? The Emperor's uncle. I think.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was an old post.
It has
I
to be an
don't
old
know. It
post.
said it was Naruhito.
That's the current Emperor.
Oh,
Isn't it?
okay, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
when he was.
When he was Crown Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt he runs outside now.
Oh,
But
buddy.
yeah, as I understand it, there's only like a very few number of times a year he actually intentionally comes in public.
Oh.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah, he's probably like, I used to be able to go for a run outside. It was so nice, but now no.
I mean, as I said before, like the saddest thing I've ever read is how he explained the thesis he wrote when he was at Oxford. He wrote about rivers because they were a way to get away from where you are, and all he wanted was freedom. And now he's stuck being the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'll probably just go somewhere around here because I have to send some.
Cool, sounds good.
My favorite pastime.
Have fun writing some
Send an
emails.
email.
Wish you the best of luck. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
If after a while this were to reappear, I would really appreciate it.
With what?
Coffee would be fine.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Hello, friends.
After a while, or like after?
No hurries. Whatever feels good for you.
I just wanted to know.
That'll be awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, Toms. Yeah, initially I didn't want coffee this morning, but now I'm feeling awake and desiring some coffee. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the Saturday stream. It is morning here, about 9:15 a.m. It's a fairly cool day in Tokyo, though it's apparently going to be up into the 70s Fahrenheit a little later this week. We've gone from like basically freezing, and then within a week and a half, 2 weeks, up to low summer temperatures. I hope we get a proper spring here. For me, it's a terrible thing if you go from the very, very cold to the very, very hot and not have any of those like nice in-between days. So we'll see what happens. I want to say thank you for being here. I know it's a day when we're supposed to play RimWorld, but we'll not be doing that today. Instead, we'll be continuing our video game. There we go. Auction not included playthrough. Because as I said yesterday, and every day we've been playing it, I've been enjoying this one so unbelievably much. I know a lot of you have enjoyed it also. I saw over on Discord that quite a few of you have started your own playthroughs, and I hope you're enjoying them. Whatever game you're playing, whatever you're doing, hope it's being a really, really good time. So we're at cycle 175. We're nearly 200 cycles into the old game, and we do not have indoor plumbing yet. Today, though, we will have indoor plumbing. I believe that is the top goal all the way. Let's go and unpause real quick, just let the game update. Very good. And then we can show you what we got. 175, it's true. All right, so yesterday we accomplished, I think, 2 major goals. Yes, 2 major goals were accomplished yesterday. Goal number... Is that on or off? It's off, good. Goal number 1. We made a giant bucket of brine. It's 2.1 degrees right now. It came out up here at negative 10 degrees, but this is going to be an infinite source of water. It is producing very, very cold, very, very salty water that drips on down this way into this mighty bucket here, where it hangs out, and as you see, really, really cools down this zone. To the point that I'm actually a little bit concerned over here about our farm. And so we're continuing to add in these insulated tiles anytime I remember, but it's going to be a while till it all gets done. Right now the farm tiles are 16. The bristle blossoms are good down to 5 degrees, so they're not going to freeze quite yet, thank goodness. Anyway, this is the cold water. And the cold water goes all the way down around the base until it comes through here, our power creation room. It gets heated on up, and it goes up to here to our desalinator, where it's warmed up even more, and then eventually gets dumped into the bucket here. Now, the bucket here is fairly low. When I say bucketeer, it sounds like rocketeer. Bucketeer lands here, and there is some food poisoning in our main water bucket right now, but not too much. It will die on its own before too terribly long. Under 1,000 each tile, no concerns. That's thing number 1 we did. Thing number 2 we did. You will recall that this giant mess here of polluted water had gotten all the way almost up to the top. And we said for a very long time, man, we need to find some way to get rid of the polluted, nasty, germy water. And yesterday we did so. Pumping it up into this room here, and that is where we're able to get ourselves cleansed of germs in the liquid reservoir, and then we pump out the water, and that's all very good. Have I seen any ambient cooling in the power room from the pipes? That's a great question. Let's check and see. A little bit. Yeah, a tiny little bit there for sure. It's coming in at 0.2. Yeah, it's still relatively warm, but... Oh, Rucappy, thank you. So we had a slight issue at the end of stream we discovered, and I said I need to fix it first thing today, and then I totally forgot about it. Rucappy, you're an absolute hero. So we're not producing any oxygen right now. I have a whole lot of amazing things happening at this base, but not the oxygen. We're not going to talk about anything else we're doing until we fix this. So yesterday we produced 147 kilograms of oxygen while consuming 757. Yeah, the oxygen was so darn good for such a long time, and I had no worries, no concerns, and now this. Don't you worry, we'll get it figured out. I know exactly what the issue is. We discovered the issue yesterday was we ran out of algae, and I didn't notice for a little bit too long. So one thing I would like to do is take the old resources tab and borrow the algae thing and mark it like so. And that means we'll always be able to see if we have algae, which for right now is very, very important. Hey Slivers, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. So if we pick up a bunch of algae and get the bunch of algae delivered around the base, we'll be fine. All fine. There are other things we could do. So we have oxygen loaded into this pipe. If things get really desperate, we can pump all this oxygen out and back into the base, and we'll be fine there too. I'm going to continue saying we're fine, and hopefully we actually are. So the two things I'd like to do as we begin today are, number 1, run around and find any loose algae we can. I'd prefer not to go into the swamp biomes quite yet, but I think there are some places where we can dig algae without getting terribly into a swampy zone. Well, yeah, right here, for instance. This algae in the middle of the base, there's no reason we have not picked it up, so we'll go ahead and just pick it up right now. And we'll do that by building a little wall across this way, and digging this out also. Cool. Other than that, there's algae down there, but not quite now. There is, oh gosh, huge algae right here. And I was thinking earlier I wanted to make the desalination room a little bit bigger because it's going to be heating up more and more, and I'd like to find ways to mitigate that. So moving some metal out of the way will help with that. And gosh, we get some algae also. So that's just swell. All right. There's some O2 bottles on the oxygen mass stations. Oh, there are. Thank you for noticing that. This is 33 kilograms of oxygen, Down here we have 81 and 158. All right, we can go ahead and just dump that into the middle of the base. I don't have a bottle emptier made yet, but we can get one made. All right, bottle emptier. Boop. I'll make that higher priority. Gotta believe in the dupes. Dupes will keep us alive and good. Algae's right there. It's being delivered. Right now our breathability is 26%. We'll see if we can get up to 70 before bedtime today. I bet we can. I'm going to ignore that now and talk about other things instead. 35%. What else was I talking about just before we started? We'll worry about oxygen for a little while longer. I'm just going to mark this to dump all the oxygen we have around the base. It's not a bunch, but some. And actually, I don't know when the oxygen bottles pop out from the docks there. So here we only unload oxygen and we do it straight away. Cool. All right. The other thing we want to work on today is this room here. This is where we're finally be putting in our... Oh, Mima, are you stuck? Oh, Mima. Oh, dear sweet Mima. We're going to put in our bedrooms over here. Finally. But what rock do I have? I have some sandstone. So Mima, can you just go ahead and make that for yourself? Okay, I think Mima may not be able to reach the sandstone at the bottom here. Okay, someone else is coming to do this job for Mima. Okay, that will do it too. She actually couldn't reach that one. There we go. No one starves, no one dies, no one suffocates. It's great. Okay. There we go. There's clay there. That's not algae. Now we have over 2,000 algae, so I think we're going to be a-okay fine. Go through here. Is there anything else to destroy? Yeah, this section here, we're not going to use it all. Oh, and the hydrogen's gone down. So previously we had this hydrogen all segregated at the very top here. That was because we had higher oxygen pressure. But we'll go ahead and get this all fixed real soon. Okay. Up to 46% breathability. Are all of the all the Aldutraria are gradually turning back on again. So I think we'll see that today we've produced more oxygen than we've consumed, and that should continue. Got water coming in again. So how long until this thing goes to deactivated? Next dormancy is in 41 cycles. So in 41 cycles, our cool salt slush geyser will turn off for a bit. Hello, Noms.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for the coffee.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
It is hot.
It is hot. Thank you. I will not burn myself. Did you burn yourself? Bring it down.
No.
Good. I'd have to pay workers' comp otherwise. Thank you.
You don't pay me.
I don't pay you. That's a problem. I guess this is not real labor then. Noms, thank you for the coffee.
You're welcome.
All right. See you later. Also, Semyon, thank you for the follow a bit ago, rather. My apologies for not noticing what happened. Okay. So, the thing I'd like to work on right now is indeed this room. And I'm intending to have, I think, 3 sinks. Right, we tried to do this before. It's not possible to put this here while this is still existent. So we need to go ahead and fix that. Hey, Blue Link, what's the plan for long-term oxygen? Yep, electrolyzing water is the current long-term plan. I do not know if there are other possible plans, but that is the one we're going for. Hopefully. I just need to keep my eyes on this while I'm doing it manually. So, no germs, no germs, no germs. Release the hounds! And like I said before, eventually this will be automated, both in terms of an auto sweeper delivering sand in. Speaking of which, this should be bleach zone and sand as well. And I want to make this a little higher priority over the other sand containers around the map. Oh, won't the water sieve dumps polluted dirt here, won't it? Which means that over the next little while, there'll be polluted oxygen developing in this room. That's why we want the auto sweeper very, very much, so it can immediately get rid of the polluted oxygen, or polluted dirt rather. And Yeah, luckily polluted oxygen will be lighter than the chlorine, and so we'll go up here. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, electrolyzing the water will happen at some point today. The water is filling up. We're up to 600. It was down to 200 for a while on that first tile. And the water that's coming in is germ-free, correct? Yeah, the water that's coming in is indeed germ-free. So the bit of germs we have in there really should be dying off. No doubt. No doubt, no doubt. As you saw, there's a bunch of food poisoning throughout the base. We'll be fixing that fairly soon by having these sinks functional also. And more than that. Okay. That's getting built. Thank you, thank you. Good old Stinky. Okay, now we can... Oh, Stinky, did you do that part, not the other one? Oh, Stinky. Someone on the way? Bonnie's on the way to dig that out. Thanks, Bonnie. We'll need to have a ladder up here also. One more of these. And then I think I'm going to leave a spot for some decor item. And then I'll put bathrooms right next to that. Those are in medicine. No, medicine is sink. Plumbing. There we go. Lavatory, as we call them. Second one will go there. Third one there. I'll actually run this up instead. Yeah. Let's go straight across here. So next floor up I want to have at this level, which is actually exactly where this floor is. And these floors look nicer than the ones that I can make right now. So we'll leave them in place actually. Cool. Build across here also. Only to the left on this, or only to the right rather, on the way out. Oh, quite hot. They're completely being quite hot. How bad is it? Oh, it's only 42 degrees Celsius. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This tiny little room here, we could almost certainly clear. The slime, though, is slime lungy, and though I know that slime lung is quote-unquote no big deal these days, I would prefer to handle it the old-fashioned way by building a chlorine room with all sorts of algae distillers and ore scrubbers and so on. The way God intended us to solve that problem. Because this line here, well, mostly, I was going to say this line here does not have any slime on it. We'll just put insulated tiles along it, but I see now there is some slime. We'll put insulated tile in front of that instead. Alright, oxygen is now looking 59% breathable. It's becoming scarce or low. I think it's actually still going up. If we click on it, can we see the chart overall? No, unfortunately not. Let's see, over the past few days, how has breathability gone? Yeah, it's generally climbing up, up, up. Great. Okay, so I think we want to just put these all together on one shared line, I believe. Once these are all functional, we're then going to put our people onto different schedules. And I also want to put sinks next to this. So, sinks are plumbing. Not sinks, sorry, showers next to this. Can only fit one. Huh. Okay, real quick, let's read about how bathrooms work and if showers are allowed inside of them. I want to make sure I can treat this as a room if possible. So there are private bedrooms. That's not bathroom. What is the bathroom? A latrine. All right, latrine is just have a toilet and a wash station. Washroom. Using a fully plumbed washroom will improve duplicants' morale. Must have a flush toilet, must have a plumbed wash station, no outhouses, and no industrial machineries. Maximum size of 64 tiles. So it just needs to have these two things inside. And what size is it currently? 75 tiles. 70 tiles. That's unfortunate. Alright, so it said maximum 64, correct? So it can only go to there. If I get rid of the middle spot, If I get rid of this, I can shift it over. Alright, we'll do that then. So destroy all of these. Good to good. Was that the minimum or the maximum, though? It was the maximum of 64. Let's start thinking about how the water is going to run also. Bring the ceiling down? Never! We do 5 tall in this family. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 down. Double tile ceiling to lower it. Okay, that is possible. We could do that. My thought, though, is I want to have space here for other decor items. And so I'm going to leave it too high here for decor. And you might say, Resorty, why 5 high? It's for these 2 tiles right here. The entire reason the base is made the way it is for these 2 tiles. Are we getting this knocked out to the team? Yes, we are. A Biff Gimbal, thanks for the resub, friend. How's it going today? Thanks for hanging out with us, enjoying the show. It's always nice having you around. Very good. Okay, I believe if I make a wall here, that's all we need. Could I build an extra tile so space goes from 65, 64? Oh, probably, agreed. Was it, is it one more line if I do... That's 60. Oh, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Green. Yeah, so I think I saw 65 and said, well, that's too high. We could just remove one single tile. You're absolutely right. Absolutely on that. Glad they actually didn't finish building any of them. And yes, thank you for, knowing how to do math, I suppose. Don't lower the ceiling, raise the floor. Never. Never. Where we have our little extra one. Up there? Sure. That means no corner molding, though. Oh, gosh, I don't know about that. It's fine. Alright, so now we'll make our little decor item. Breathability at 82%. We still have 1,600 algae. Which means we've burned through 1,000 algae already. I have no idea what our algae per day consumption is. It'll all be just fine. Okay, and then we want our airflow tile here. Make a raised toilet. And just one of them is the king of all possible toilets. I like that idea, except they'd have to climb over it and move a little more slowly then. Let's try to avoid that. Okay. So I want to make a further hole here for the hydrant to climb higher. Like so. And we can keep going up this way. And we'll leave that for now and just dig on across. If I put it above the pot plant and get more corners. Dorgan, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's a really good idea. This is unreachable. This is reachable. They can stand right below it and do it. So we'll make a little... How are we going to do this? I guess ladders is the best way. Ladders forever. Why elevated grills at the entrances? So the grills are to ensure that airflow goes through. The presence of the block at all is to, in case of liquid spills, make sure the liquid spill is contained to that room instead of going wildly across the entire base. Now you might say, Resorty, why not just have no spills ever? And to you I say, that's a very fine idea. But I'm profoundly bad at making sure there are no spills. What kind of plants do we have these days? Looking like briar seeds. Hey, we have one lovely Buddy Bud seed. Buddy Bud seed is good to 20 to 40, needs oxygen. It'll be lovely. This is unreachable. Now it is reachable. This is unreachable. This is the very unfortunate kind of unreachability. I'll break the tile above it to get it made and then replace that. Okay, on this floor then, we'd like to put I guess 3 showers. Is that too many showers? Probably, but if I want to do 3 of them, we'll have to open this up, and that's fine. The chlorine will fall down here, so earlier way to pump out all the chlorine. I probably shouldn't have moved that, because there's still more chlorine to deal with, but more strip mining. Or if we leave this here for now, we can just dig straight in and get all this. We're getting closer and closer to the lead. I actually did not notice this is abyssalite here until just now. So, almost radioactive bedroom. Almost always the most radioactive bedroom. They'll be fine. We just need to keep that in mind, because uranium gets to stay in the wall for the time being. I built this now. Should I put lights in here? I know the dupes work faster in lights. Do they move faster also? This straight shot here might be good. So apparently we have produced extra oxygen in the past few days. Let's see what's in the box. Brine. Okay, as of right now, there's no kind of character I really need. I think most of the jobs are getting done pretty well. So I'll take the brine, and we'll keep our eyes out for characters in the future. And then dig this out as well. Such a mess. Terrible, terrible mess. Okay, once that's dug out, we can put a ladder like so. And a ladder like so. This wandering hatch. I'm sorry, my friend, you must die. I have no home for you right now. We only have the 2 hatch ranches. Might get more later. Okay, I'm curious where the next big pile of algae is. Looking like here. So if this number goes down, we will immediately go and dig in this direction, which is still about the same warmth, correct? Actually, a little warmer. Definitely getting a little warmer. Something I do want to work on, which we haven't quite gotten to yet, is running a cooling pipe throughout a lot of the base. It's quite warm and quite low on the old oxygen. Okay, so the oxygen's not exactly getting there because, well, we have no airflow tiles. It's totally cut off. So we'll place this one as an airflow tile right away. We actually just build on top of it, can't we? Yeah. Cool. I'll put one there as well. And, okay, I want to dig out part of the park, but we need to be very, very careful how we do this. So we can remove all of that, and this will still hang where it is. I think. Yeah, it definitely hangs that way. No worries. Abe? Why are you sick, Abe? Got the food poisoning. And we still haven't made our hospital. That will come surely, surely, surely. Okay, we'll put some airflow tiles at the bottom also. Because eventually this area below will get cleaned out to head down to the carbon dioxide pit below, but there's some work to do between now and then. Okay, let's get all this set up now. So, I know that the lavatories are not water neutral, they're actually water additive. We'll think about what that means in a moment. So, oh, also, I'll think about water. Ah, this is now empty. We flip the switch off. We then flip this switch to on and begin refilling. And we just want to come back in time. This is not completely full. Good, 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 good. So I believe if we set this up like this and attach it to the main water line, the main water outline here, which doesn't yet exist, that'll get it, all of these filled fairly easily. The output is the more worrisome side. We're also gonna have showers. So for the showers, we wanna have water line going up the wall, I believe. Okay, so we don't have a pump in here yet. Pitcher pump forever. The water's up to a second tier, so it really is filling up nicely. And on the topic of germs, we have under 1,000 in each tile, so gradually dying. Good stuff. Temperature also is 15. Cool. It'll get a little warmer still, but that's fine. Okay, let's think about where this pipeline goes. Okay, so normally speaking, I'd want to run the pipeline straight down and through the floor. If I do that, we'll get rid of this tile and this tile possibly, so we're just going to go straight through instead, just to make sure we do not screw up the park. As of right now, I don't have any pipe that goes out with clean water. We could take it from the desalinator, but this is not a consistent source of water because the brine will shut off occasionally. So I feel better about actually pulling it from over here directly. Now, this lovely algae spot is not part of a park. So we're going to remove actually all of this algae, and this park will continue running. Long term, I don't know what we're doing with this one because it doesn't go to anything in particular. I might convert this into some kind of suit depot where we can get our exosuits on. And we'll place them with things. Is it time for the park on the algae? Yeah, so it'll briefly get destroyed, not work, and we'll fill it right back in. Like so. Yeah, they can get that. Long ladder here, without a fire hose. Where did the water come from? Water, where'd you come from? Actually, don't know in this case. No idea. Okay, so we're going to put a pump down here. And we need to be relatively careful that we do not pump away all of the drinking water. Okay, so I want to put it in the corner here, but this is fine. Hello, Geo. You're on cycle 8 now, 0 casualties so far? Well done, my friend. Keep it going. I believe in you. I bet you're going to get all the way to cycle 12 before anything goes bad. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's a way to simplify the pipes here. I don't see a clear one, so I think I'm just going to run right across the top here. This water is going to be relatively cold, though still warmer than we need to worry. And this water will be just whatever's in the bucket, so the temperature exchange here is not a problem. And that should get clean water into these. The pump needs power, of course. Let's check the nearby circuits. So this wire is potentially overloaded, but the things on it, well, this doesn't need to exist anymore. We can definitely get rid of that now. And the wire as well that's connecting it. Your dupes keep saying they don't have enough quote-unquote oxygen. Sounds like a bunch of whiners. See how they like it with no oxygen. Okay, we have a toilet-based complaint as the day begins. So we might get to the fun part real soon. Hey, don't you dare. Ruby, don't you dare. Alright, it took till cycle 178 before someone dared. Oh, we got so close. So at the point when I realized that the two of the bathrooms were offline already, yeah, it was just too late, unfortunately. Like, they were already on the way. Had I made it top priority to get it fixed, it would not have gone any faster. Almost cycle 200. All right, so there's only a little bit of polluted water, but a lot of germs. Oh, it's terrible, Ruby. It's just absolutely cascading amounts of urine. And then you immediately filled it up with polluted water, didn't you? Immediately. Well, this is fine. Okay. So, this is very, very small. It's polluted water. It's only 12.3 grams, which means it is actually moppable, which seems like shenanigans. It shouldn't be possible, but it is indeed possible. So, go do that immediately, please. Ruby? Here they come. Seems like shenanigans is shenanigans. What pea water? What pea water? I don't know what you're talking about. We never had an issue. That shouldn't be possible in the game. You shouldn't be able to mop water from under the water. Cheats! Hacks! I'm hacking cheaters. Oh, goodness. I will never pay for my crimes. You can't do that with over a certain amount of water. I don't recall how much it is. Back to the question of where in the world we're getting power from. This one here, potential load's 980. Well, the thing that's kind of amazing. Is we haven't needed to use this liquid filter yet. And the reason I know that is the output on the filter has not had anything go through it because it's connected to absolutely nothing. Hello, Pumpkin Pie. No tie on Friday. It's actually Saturday morning here. And Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings when I stream, I tend to do a little bit more casual. I'm wearing my little sweater instead of a suit jacket. And yeah, no tie today. Big old lazy guy over here. The question is there still polluted water here? There is. So eventually, over the course of many days, this polluted water will get in over there. And then the filter will be needed. The filter uses how much power? It uses 120 watts. The pump is also 120 watts, correct? 240. Oh boy. Tone Dedge, thank you for the follow. How's it going, my friend? Mr. Rogers, absolutely. Years ago, I thought about trying to write a Mr. Rogers-inspired channel theme song that I'd play while getting dressed on stream. I then decided after that for sure. So neither of these are great candidates. Also, we should do this. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Pumpkin Pie. Was happy to raid your channel yesterday. Hope your stream went well, and I'm sure we'll see you again real soon. Okay, so there's this circuit then over here. It's only loaded to 840. So I'm going to borrow more of your power also and plug it in there. Okay, what's happening up here in Chlorineville? One bucket mostly filled. As I said previously, and as you've surely noticed, we need to make a second sieve up here to increase the throughput of getting polluted water into the buckets. It's going very slowly. Hey, Unspeakable. Doing well, thank you. Okay. Base is looking good. Thank you. That's kind of you. I've heard many other comments in the past, but it's nice people say things are nice. What's up, Grow? Hello. Okay, so the water's not flowing yet because it's just not plugged in yet. I believe it's the case that the inputs will call for water even with no outputs. Showers above eventually. Now, let's link together these outputs. Hey, R squared. And I'm thinking I'm just going to dump this into this line also. Which means we will potentially end up with a backup of this water. And that's no good. So we need to have a reservoir somewhere along in here, which will hold excess water to avoid the backup. Now, I know there's a way with bridges. I don't need to think about how to figure it out. But there's a way with bridges where we can guarantee that this water empties first before this water is taken out of this pool. Because in the long term, we do want this to be good and empty, but it's not super urgent we do so. Send it to a second filter. Do I have a second filter somewhere? Or I think I talked about making more filters. I don't think I actually did so, though. Not sure. Okay, so this area right here is meant to be bedrooms. And then we could make a reservoir over here. Give me a moment to think through what I definitely want to do. So I definitely want to put in some showers. Cool. Those showers need friendly, clean, and clear water first. Breathability is up to 91%. It started at about 30 today, so. And then I believe that's the end of the clean water needed, at least for now. Is this now a proper restroom? Proper washroom? It is! +2 morale for using this. That's the output. That's the output. That's the output, you say. One second. What's the output, Robzilla? Do you mean these? I think these are inputs. Because water or whatever goes into machine in the same way it goes into machine there. Or do you mean somewhere else? I think green is output. I think. I do get confused on the inputs and outputs regularly, so I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. It just looks like an output. Cool. Yeah, I can easily imagine, like, it's lower, it's on a shower, so of course the output, knowing that it's, like the drain, but cool. Okay, we're gonna deal with the output of that in a moment. I'll probably just run it straight across here and then down this way, but even in a bit we'll do that. Is there any kind of shower room? I don't think so. No, I see no shower room. So this can be just a very, very tiny, very, very tight room with no problems at all. Oh, except it's off. It's off by at least one. Destroy. Which means I have to move the pipes also. Oh, goodness. Hello, Fireglow. Quite the mug. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nature reserves the best shower room. Oh, Tio, good point. Because each room can only have one designator. Buy water. Each room can only have one designator. So if it's not any kind of room, then making a nature preserve would be one kind of room. That makes sense. Yes, this giant mug was a gift from a friend probably 5 years back now. It's one of the very few things I brought from Japan to the US, from the US to Japan, rather. Of course, my streaming computer came as well, which is a little ridiculous. One of my 2 pieces of luggage was the streaming computer. We didn't get the streaming monitors over. I bought brand new monitors, and I don't mind that. The most ridiculous part, of course, is I brought my standing desk mat from the US, and I paid $200 to ship it because I love it so much. They at least jam extra stuff in the case. Yes, the computer case was open, and I filled it with socks and boxers, I believe. But yeah, it's ridiculous to spend so much money on bringing my standing desk pad here. It's just I could not be sure I would find one that's equally comfortable. And I love this one so much. So that's why it is still here with me. Had to go through customs. Got stuck in customs for a while. The showers can be in the bedrooms or the rec rooms also. Cool, Sophia. I think I'm okay with putting them here in hopes they'll use them on the way out to start their day. I don't quite know how they choose when to use them. Oh, this should be a Airflow tile instead. This mat's going to Resort Stream Hall of Fame. I can't imagine ever changing out my standing desk mat, because it's just been so comfortable all the way through. Okay, so they've begun to use these bathrooms. Cool. It's backflowing because there's nothing that's drawing it in any direction. Like I said, reservoir would do it. I don't think a reservoir counts as a industrial building, so we could throw the reservoir inside of the inside of this here. Let's not do that though. Okay, I'm gonna dig out this. And I'm thinking I'm gonna make a tiny little baby room for a reservoir right there, just as a temporary solution for our other problems. Where's reservoir? Some kind of bucket? They're all buckets. Let's see who's in the printing bucket. Oh, a sweet larva and more coal. And are you special? Likes the science, not getting sick. For you, more coal. That goes to the bucket of coal real soon. Hello, Dobby. Malpogan, it's good to see you, my friend. I said I owed you a bucket-based joke yesterday, and I realize now I can't handle it. That's the best I came up with. The best I came up with. But there you go. Alright, so now that's placed there, we're going to put a little lovely door. Cement, yeah, I agree. Cement all the way. The problem is, like, how many synonyms for bucket are there? There's bucket, there's pail, which was already used. I don't know any other words, unfortunately. I haven't gotten the thesaurus.com out yet, though. Maybe that's the one thing we really should do. We actually don't need this door here, do we? We just build it for sake of regularity. Just hold it open, I guess. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. Basket could be a synonym? Okay. Okay. Tub barrel reservoir. So actually yesterday when I was trying to hunt for a bucket-based joke, I thought of Coopers, the people who make barrels, as a good starting place. But nothing quite came together, so we're working on it still. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta have some space above for decor. Let's hold you open also. Build ye beauties. Now how many beds can we fit in here? We may want to try to use the bunk beds as a way to jam more and more little dupes into this room. How large is the maximum size on a bedroom? Hey, Woowishy, good to see you. Thanks for the Prime sub. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. Woowishy. I like names that start with the same letter. Like llama. Wawishy. It's good. So to be just a normal barracks is no larger than 64. Luxury barracks, no larger than 64, needs a comfy bed. Comfy bed's eternally far away. Maybe someday, maybe someday. And then private bedroom, again, maybe someday, maybe someday. For now, just normal barracks is fine. So we'll make a little tile there and there. And then we'll get away across here. I'm relatively sure that the bunk beds were added in the new DLC. I actually have not made one yet. What do they look like and what do they take to make? Furniture. Ladder bed, sorry, ladder bed. And I know that the dupes will disrupt each other. So we're going to have 4 schedules. There's probably a way to assign the beds such they don't wake each other up. Because I know that the dupes wake each other up if they climb on each other's ladders. It shakes the beds terribly, presumably. So we have 13 people we want to put in this barracks. It seems potentially excessive. Because the 14th person is my person who needs light to sleep at night. And this is their lovely little home here. Bluffbriar is currently sitting in a pit of hydrogen. Bluffbriars cannot live in hydrogen, unfortunately. And what does that do to the decor of this room? Does it still count as a decor item, even though it's knocked out? Oh, it's too small. It's too small to be barracks. We need 2 more tiles. Alright. We'll give you a little nook to put your things in. That'd be good. Auction not included by giving the other games a breather. Well said. Well said. As I mentioned earlier, it is officially RimWorld Friday, but I was talking to Noms earlier when the stream was starting. She's like, "Oh, wait, don't you play Minecraft on Fridays?" Yeah, of course. And I realized that any other game I play right now, I would just be thinking the whole time, how do I stop playing this game and play Auction Not Included? So, with that said, there's probably no point in playing anything else right now. Okay, bonus water buckets goes here. And that will not disrupt the park. Yes, it will. Will it? I don't think it will. I sound like a high schooler with a crush. All I do is think about her. I think about her smooth moves as I see those liquids go around. And, ooh, she makes me feel so good with her solvable but difficult engineering problems. Yeah, I would definitely write a romance novel about my feelings towards Auction Not Included. It's like one of those Chuck Tingle books where very strange pairings occur. For Zordy's love affair with Auction Not Included. So if I put these back in, leave that for now. Got a real nice set of buckets. Man, you should have seen the buckets. Buckets down to here. Okay, that's not quite going to work either, because I want to make sure there's enough space to get through there. Wait, I think people said previously that... Let's see, I need to have that there. I think you all have said previously they actually can pass through this. It would just look absolutely terrible. So, let's get rid of those. And put the reservoir in as far as we can, like so. This is an absolute horror show of a room. We love it! We love it! Solution to all of our problems. Little barracks gonna have a little cutout in it, it seems. Okay, awesome, all that's been made. So now we'll put the decor in. Alga's getting low again. Good call, down to 24 kilograms. We've burned through 2,000 kilograms of algae already today. That's not great. All right, as I said, this is the next algae to collect, so we'll do that. 716, thank you for noticing that. Yeah, I put the algae up there so I would notice. Thank you for being the one who has the eyes that I do not. Hey, more oxalite. Oxalite instead of abyssalite. That looks really, really cool. Hopefully it's not the forbidden oxalite. Okay, and we can definitely cut into these rooms from above and grab the algae but leave behind the slime for now. Take the gun, leave the cannoli. Take the algae, leave the cannoli. Now I know that there's one very close to base here. We can just go in this way. There's just not that much algae. Which is why I said algae cleansing room needs to be fairly high on the list of priorities. Or perhaps getting our way over to the... Yeah, getting on the way to electrolization. Electrolization? A hard word to say. Okay, I don't believe we can actually build the decor here until we have a ceiling on which to build it. But let's see. So it's furniture. We can make the corner pieces because they have walls to hang to. And we're making them out of granite, I believe. Oh, sandstone, sorry. Yeah, there definitely are more attractive rocks. Granite, namely. I like to save the granite for the time being. Oh, you can't go there. Okay, so you have to have both the ceiling tile and the side tile for building those. Oops. We're gonna build it one piece at a time, and it won't cost a dime. Alright, so that's there now. Seal it up. Okay, so we want to have dirty water. Input, output. Yes. This will remove a tile that is not the one it's hanging on. Hey, get in my bag. That's quite the command there. Thank you, get in my bag, for being here. I sure do appreciate it. Thanks for follow, Volo. Good to see you as always. Happy Friday, Saturday, folks. Hope your weekend's looking exciting ahead. Hopefully you got some good things coming for you. Video games most especially. Maybe hanging out with some friends. Maybe going for a walk. Whatever you do, I hope it's a good time. Okay, with this setup, they can build to the corners. Excellent. Is the water getting into here now? It is. So this buys us some time where all of this is functional without needing to get rid of all the water immediately, but soon. And then on this side of things, we're going to run all of these together. And then go down and through here. This is one of those cases where I remember that I get tricked occasionally with these. I think we're okay just going like that, because to the left there are no requesters, there's only outputs. And so I believe all of this will drive in the direction of the one input. Now there's round robin prioritization, but because these should not all be full all the time, I think it's okay. We'll come back and check in a bit. Water switch flip time. Thank you for reminding me. Let's see. Okay, actually perfect timing. Thank you for noticing that. Because by switching the flips, right there, there'll be a little bit of headspace here, which ensures that the is that important? Not sure if important. Whichever way. No germs, no germs, almost no germs. And what we want to make sure we do is stop the emptying before all the water's emptied, so there's no food poisoning at the very beginning of the line here. 20 germs left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Buckets get emptied now. On down to here. The water's climbing ever higher. Last time we looked, there were about, I don't know, 25, 30, 100 germs in each of the slots. Now it's down to 418 there. 618, mostly fine. So there's a little bit of food poisony water going into our sinks. I think that's not ideal, but don't you worry. It'll all work out eventually. Okay, now the business of the bedrooms. So I said I want to have 13 bedrooms in here. 13 does not divide equally in the way I'd like it to. So, furniture. Where is it? There it is. The sinks don't care about germs at all? Okay, that's good to know. I know that the bathrooms don't. It cares only about polluted or non-polluted. Maybe the same thing with the showers. I'm not sure on that. Okay, is this room too large to ultimately be a bedroom? It's currently 55 tiles. I think it's actually fine. 64 tiles, nice. The water in the sinks and showers are heated, so they can use gray water. So the usage of gray water I know from like real life plumbing is water that is been used for one purpose but is not super dirty. So like water's been used for laundry, I think, is gray water. If you don't know this, one amazing thing about Japanese toilets is when you flush, the water that is going to fill the tank, or no, sorry, going to fill the bowl rather, goes through a sink first. And so you can wash your hands with the new water, and then it goes into the toilet itself. It's ingenious. With having both the sinks and the toilet combined. Now that said, generally speaking, Japanese people don't use soap after using the bathroom, which is very, very strange to me. We definitely use soap here because I'm a boring standard American. But yeah, that's how it goes. Okay. I know, Jim. Yeah, also, in public restrooms, there tend not to be paper towels or hand blowers to dry your hands. Most Japanese people carry around a small rag with them. You don't want your dirty sink water in the toilet. It's pretty dirty in that regard, I think. Possibly. Yeah, so I had to get used to carrying this little rag around, because if you go to a public restroom, there's a real possibility of not having any way to dry your hands, and so then I like dry them on my pants. I did this just for class one time, and it looked like I'd peed all over myself, and that was pretty embarrassing. The students nicely didn't say anything, though. I think these will only stack too high here. So... we might move this, but how many can we fit in? Oh, it's refined metal. Oh, so not just standard metal, but refined instead. Make with the additional punching. You drive your hands by rubbing them together long enough? I can't imagine trying. I think it would work well, but I cannot imagine actually trying that. Am I allowed to put out the blueprint before they actually built this part? So you can't put out the blueprint for the corners, but you can for the other stuff. Oh, cool. Dry your hand with your car's exhaust. I'm appreciating the ingenuity of these stories so much. Unfortunately, I don't have a car, so I can't do that, but that is a clever solution. I was contemporary problems, or modern problems require modern solutions. I think that's how that goes. Wait, this is not going to work. No. I should work from the way outside here. Yeah, outside in's the way to go. That said, we're going to have one weird spot, aren't we? We can't just have it hang out, can we? They're not going to build it while it's just hanging out. How are we going to fix this without having to tear down a shower? I think the answer is we're not going to. We could try to go in from the side, but this is too far away, I think. Well, sacrifices for the sake of beauty. It will surely be worth it eventually. Oh, what's in the printer? What do we get? Oh, ice! 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 Yeah, I shouldn't be worrying too terribly about the status of water, but eventually I would like this to be nice and full, and you all to be proud of me and go, gosh, Resorty, we had real doubts that you were going to run out of water, but now, oh, we believe in you, Resorty. That's all I ever want. All I ever want. Are they showering in pea water? I don't believe so. Yeah, so the water comes in here. It's nice and clean. I mean, it all was once pea water. Every bit of your body, every cell you have, has some little bit of George Washington's DNA in it. Is that it? Or every glass of water or something? I don't know how this works. But yeah, it was all once pea water. It gets cleansed up north. It then gets delivered down here again. And it gets pumped into into the sinks and toilets and all the rest. That's pretty cool. When a tile molding set is done, you can demolish the tile and the molding remain behind. Lost, you're a hero. We just don't ask questions about how it hangs there. If you don't doubt its ability to be suspended, then surely it remains suspended. Water room. Water room. A little while longer, then we'll stop it. Also, have I set up any of the hotkeys yet? So H is there. Is it Control 1? Shift 1? Okay, so Control 1 is set it, Shift 1 is go there. So the places I want to look at regularly, definitely the chlorine room while I'm working on it. So that's 1 now. Definitely down here, Control 2, and then Brine Bucket will make Control 3. Cool. Hey Jerry, you're at cycle 30 using water for sinks and bathrooms. How do you clean polluted water? Yeah, so as you probably know, there are 2 kinds of pollution. One is the yellow stuff, and one is the germ stuff. You get rid of the yellow stuff by using this machine here called a water sieve. Blue or yellow goes in, blue comes out. It takes a filtration medium like sand to use, and outputs polluted dirt also. And so the sieve gives you that. As far as the germ solution, you can use chlorine like I have set up here. You can also use heat to remove it, but if you do that, be very careful with where the heat is. And you can also use radiation, but I know nothing about that at all, unfortunately. Hey, thank you for that Lost. Thank you for that little tip there. I was totally ready to destroy my shower, but glad we didn't have to do so. Oops. Well, that's kind of cool. Wait, could I don't think I want to do this, but could I do that? And then just a ladder line straight up to it? That'd be great fun. No algae left again. Thank you for noticing that. Didn't we just dig up some more algae? I think we did. Can your water be both polluted and full of germs? Oh yeah. This right here is that. So it's yellow, and as you see, has 5 million germs in it. So it does do both at once. If you mean, can the water in here be used for, can be germy water? Yes. I believe all of them can have germy water, which to my good role-playing sense makes no sense, so I won't do it. But I think a lot of players do just use germy water on him forever and always. Okay. We're burning through about 1,000, is that right? About 1,000 algae per cycle. So Operation Swamp Splunking might be coming very soon. Unless I can see another large pile that is not swampy. Well, this is not swampy, but it's been a weird angle to get there. Alright, we really need to work on the electrolyzing pretty darn quick here. We're going to dig to the oxalite here, which will slow down the issue. All I ever want is just put the put the problems a tiny bit farther away than we are right now. Temperature of here is 28 degrees, so actually cooler than the surrounding. And I guess we're just going to free all the abyssalite immediately. It used to be a bad idea, but is now a fine idea. Beautiful abyssalite snake. I'm so sorry I'm destroying you. Is that clay? It's algae, okay. I'm not going to set up one of those self-contained oxygen makers like I have in the past. When I say electrolyzing, that's exactly what I mean. Yep, that will be the goal. Below the unexposed building to the right, there's a 2 tall row of algae. Hey, thank you for noticing that there. I think I saw slime and said, bah, who cares? But yeah, we can definitely get that with no problems at all. Thanks for noticing that, Lost. Okay, I'm going to hold off on digging this part out, just so I can get up to the top there. But eventually we can dig out all this with no concerns. And like I said before, this will be the first thing we cleanse. Let's check our 2. Nope. Okay. Control is set the point. Shift is use it. Ah! Nope. Okay. 1. Yes. Still mostly full. 300 kilograms. Oh, how the numbers go up. If I remove this corner, nothing bad will happen. Same with this section here. Same with these. All looks fine. Same with this, but to get that I have to remove this. Be fine also. Yeah, the issue always with the issue for me always with these like sort of weird corners is I know that materials can crack. I know materials have hardnesses that somehow affect how much support they can give, but I have no idea how this actually works. And so. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Is Aldi a finite resource, or can you make it on your own? You can make it. You can make it. I know how to make it. It's just a little bit off from what I'm working on right now. And so hopefully soon we can get to that, but not immediately. Yeah, usually I don't start making my own algae until I really want to clean out these kinds of biomes. And for me, I want to have a whole bunch of chlorine set up for that, because I'm afraid of slime lung. Okay, more. And then we're done with the punching for now. More punching. Oh, eggshell lime is a forever job, isn't it? Yeah, I don't believe that eggshells have any purpose other than making more lime. What's the temperature down here now? This has been running for a while. It's getting increasingly warm. Carbon is not being skimmed. Show me the story of the carbon. It is climbing. For a while there, we had all of this section, these 2 lines, fully oxygenated. Now, a bit less so. Also, this is ending up not terribly full of oxygen. Probably more airflow tiles would help, though. Yeah, if I just threw an airflow tile here, it'd probably help quite a bit. Also, hold this door open. And this door open also. Alright, so shift 3. Nope, 2. Nope, 1. I'll learn my hotkeys eventually. No! Unfortunately, I went a little bit too long. And the reservoir is totally empty, which means that we will get additional germs into the main bucket, but not too terribly many. That's good. Are punching salt in the table salt? I believe so. I don't think I have it on as a forever job, entirely because I'm not sure if salt used for anything else. That said, there's still a tremendous amount more salt up this way that we can dig out if need be, if we really need more salt. Bisylite line, and then above that, more copper. And more oxalite. More oxygen. We got over 2,000 algae again, so we'll be good. Does desalination make salt? Yeah, so desalination makes hard salt, which we then need to punch into table salt. You're totally right, Sophia. So we dig out salt up here, and we also desalinate 2 salt over there. Oh. Cool. Okay, I'm going to begin moving dupes over to this area. So I want to think about daily schedules. Oh, Liam's a night owl. How did I miss that? Terribly sorry, Liam. Terribly sorry. Okay, so this is going to be Night Owl Cafe. What's that place called? That picture, that very famous painting where there's people sitting at a counter late at night. Is it Nighthawks? Something like that? Something like that. Okay, and so these people work more better at nighttime. +3 attributes at night. So we're going to have them work. And they have no negative for being awake during the day. It's just a matter of they really want to be awake then. And as of right now, all the dupes are having 4 hours of sleep and 3 hours of rest and 1 hour of bath time. Okay, I'm going to have them go ahead and sleep in these hours here. Why those hours? No idea. And then, downtime before bed, bath time after. Okay. I believe that's the exact same setup as these folks here, just offset by a bit. Good night, Fears. We'll see you later, friend. Okay, so Liam moves to here. And nobody else really wants to be a night owl, but I should move some folks over. Liam and Stinky are sharing a bed, so Liam and Stinky share a schedule now. Congratulations, Liam and Stinky. May would be happy night owl? Wait, May. Oh, okay. So because they're an early bird, this is actually good for night owls and early birds both. Awesome eye on that, thank you. And then I need to put one more other person into this who's going to share a bed with May. And Meemaw, your name starts with an M also, so you get to go into the Meemaw pile. Hello, Marbro. You going to sleep again? Sleep well, my friend. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. So this bed is for May and for Meemaw. And so there's 4 people on that schedule. There are only 3 showers, only 3 bathrooms, but surely 4 people can do it. Gradually getting fixed. These beds here for Ren and Bonnie, do we still need them? Oh wait, there's more bedrooms down here. Okay, we don't need these anymore. Showers should be a 1-to-1 ratio. Unfortunately, I only have 3 showers. And I don't see any terribly clever way to fix that. Someone can shower while toilets are occupied? I hope so. Yeah, I hope that they'll go 1, 2, 3 toilets, and they can go backwards, right? These are not one-way doors. So they can run back and use it if they want to. Okay, we can dig that out safely. Ongoing hunt for algae. I'm considering playing at speed 1 for a while, just so I can get more things done before we consume all the algae. What's this? Sucrose! Wow! So who needs Sweetle when you find an absolutely giant collection of sugar? Yeah, speed 1 for now is good. If you put bathroom time directly before free time, they'll use the free time to finish going potty if there's backup. Okay, so the concern is... Where is it? Schedule. The concern is if it's bedtime and they haven't gotten to use the bathroom, they'll just go to bed and that'll maybe cause problems. I see what you mean. So move bath time to here. Or I could give them 2 periods of bath time. Double the bath time, double the fun. Something, doublemint gum. We punching, Abe? We punching? We're eggshelling. Ah. 2 more of these. I see a bunch of iron is getting piled up in here. Makes me think that maybe our mineral stockpile might be full. This one right now is just for seeds. Congratulations, your seeds and metal ore now. Do you want to do that on a regular schedule too? So I'm not intending to keep the regular schedule. I'm gradually putting more and more people onto different schedules. I guess we will keep the regular schedule, but no, for right now I don't want to change that. Okay, time to select a new schedule for our new folks here. So as right now, no one's assigned to these. Otto, I choose you. And Lindsay, you go there also. Wait, different bed, sorry. Otto, I gave you a bed, then stole it. So make a new schedule for Otto and Lindsay. And I have no idea what the schedule will be yet, but we'll look in a second. Let's just do a few hours offset, maybe. So how about they go to sleep here or so? Their bedtime will be right here instead. And nap time there. 3 hours of downtime. Bath time there. And then everything else is work, 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 work. Seems good. And I'll probably move 2 other people over on that as well. And while I'm here, I'll just go ahead and say, sure, more bath time. Everyone gets bath time. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's annoying. Also, Lindsay's the one afraid of the dark. I should not put Lindsay here. My apologies, Lindsay. Lindsay, I'll put you back in your correct bed. What a jerk I am on that one. Poor, scared little Lindsay. So, I thought they were just going to walk to their bed and climb in or climb up. Instead, they bounce across the ladders. Why do you do that, Lindsay? Why do you do that? Okay, so I need to put them 2 apart. I'm guessing this already counts as 1 apart. So if I move these over just a little bit, then they will not be able to make the jump. Am I correct on that? Those of you who've made this before, is it possible that when they, that this counts as an open tile in between the 2? Does it actually disturb other sleep? I believe it says that. A duplicant's sleep will be interrupted if another duplicant uses the ladder. Okay, so destroy. And they'll move it over 1 so they can't do that. And then in between we'll put some kind of statue, perhaps. Well, also, I didn't put my crown molding in. What? Hey, Vera. Did I hear about the CK3 updates? So I thought that the CK3 update was going to be announced on, when was that? On the 6th of March? It's only the 4th of March, right? So is it the case that the news leaked already? Do we know what big DLC is coming next for CK3? Oh, Otto loves that we have a little, what's it called? Punch machine. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what's new in CK3ville. The game is developing very nicely. Eventually it'll be up to snuff, and then everybody will love playing it. For right now, it's gradually improving, as Paradox games tend to. Middle section's unreachable. Next DLC's pay us more money. It's always pay us more money. Now, as I often say, I really don't mind paying money to Paradox. I think they do a great job, and pretty much every one of the big money DLCs really adds substantial content to the game. One probably variant did a YouTube video on it. Okay, so they're announcing it ahead of time through content creators. I did not know that. Cool. I'll check it out after stream and see what's coming for us. Though I do wonder, will there ever be a time for their game? Will we ever play any game but Oni again? No CK3, only Oni. You hate that EU4 is still getting more DLCs? Yeah, I really wonder if I'm going to EU5 some point soon. I also wonder how high Paradox can count. Like, will there be in 40 years EU17? And it's just a reskin because they've already perfected all the systems. Wait, leave those for now, sorry. We want them to climb those to make this area. Vicky 3 is pretty terrible. So I think Vicky 3 has the standard issue that most Paradox games do, which is when it's released, they don't quite have all the tuning figured out. And gradually, as they make more patches and expansions, the game will be figured out. Now, I never ever played Victoria 2, so I had nothing to compare it against. I know some Victoria 2 players were very disappointed by Victoria 3. I had fun with it. It's not a game where I'm going to spend hundreds and hundreds of hours playing it over and over again like CK3. But I definitely will play Victoria 3 whenever the next major content pack comes out. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely am a bit of a Paradox fanboy. And I also have very, very low expectations. Like, if the game has shiny pictures and holds my attention, I am happy. Thank you. Oh, Resort, you idiot. They can use the ladders on the bed as, you know, ladders. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. We definitely did not need to. Definitely did not need to do this. Could I flip the other beds to stack them in? Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, instead of making them separate this way, we could just put them back to back. Now, do they actually rotate? I can't build another one because I have no metal. But yeah, that'd be a much better solution, or an equally good solution, we'll say, than putting them segregated like this. Good old ladders functioning like ladders. So my intention for jamming the last ones in, yeah, is either flip them, or I was going to put them in the corner here. I think they will fit here just fine. But yes, ladders are in fact ladders. What do you got? How is some algae? We got Camille the Tidier. I think for right now, just no one else. I can't help any of you. Thank you for the salt water. I believe salt water is already set up to get dumped into here. Tis it? Tis. While we're here, we'll also mark this out. Here. One's almost full. Good stuff. We got 2 full tiles now. Almost. 955 and still filling. Okay, so we said before we want this to be Otto and Lindsay, but Lindsay needs to stay in the other bed, which means Lindsay has to come all the way over here to use these bathrooms. We'll definitely make a separate bathroom on the far side of the base for Lindsay's purposes. Looks like someone peed in the salt water. So no, it's actually that up in here there's polluted ice also, and I don't exactly know under what conditions, but I think the game spawned with some polluted water here. So it's a decent amount of polluted water, but it's not germy water, thank goodness. And that's why over here we have a water filter to ensure that the polluted water goes somewhere else eventually. Speaking of which, this is filling up, but no urgency still. Is it possible to spin these? Hey, it is. So we can actually pack even more in here, can't we? That's great. Someday we'll have these all made and they'll all stay right where they are, but yeah. Once again, tearing them all down is true. Who needs decor when you can just jam in more and more beds? It's alright. This is us replanning, figuring out all good. We're going to consume the rest of the oxalate again. And this oxygen will be present, but will not ever make its way to the main base. Ever's a long time, though. It will someday eventually make it to the main base, and that is just fine. I can still only get 4 beds in here, allowed to be too close. All right, let me look real quick. So if it's the case that this middle one actually counts as an open spot, I can have 1, 2, up to here, and then skip a line, and then okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's still 4, and then flip. I think I can add 2 more here on the current size. I think that's right, though I'm not certain. Okay, so Nails has just gone through a park and is now going through a nature preserve also, nature reserve. I want to see those each independently stack on morale. Is it bio? Is it properties? Where do I see what's making you happy? Oh, on the skills page we can see. That's Nails. Good old Nails. Ah, already selected. 30 morale. Amazing. So Nature Reserve is there. Okay, I believe that you get either Nature Preserve, Nature Reserve. So where I'm from in the Midwest, we say Nature Preserve. They're labeled as like county nature preserves. Where you're from, they say Nature Reserve instead. Because the words rhyme, I'm going to keep saying it incorrectly. But yeah, Nature Preserve feels much better. But it seems the park does not count also. Unless the park is actually not functional currently. It is. It is. So maybe we don't want to keep us here long term. We'll see. Like strawberry preserves. That's exactly how I say it. Yeah. We don't say nature preserves unless we're talking about 2 of them, though. I wonder if it's a regionalism. Or it's possible... It's entirely possible that I don't remember what I actually say. You're from Midwest, so you say preserve also? Okay, I'm glad to know there's some other Midwesterner who's agreeing that these words are said. Wait, Stinky, where'd your ladder go? Where's Stinky's ladder? Did Stinky break his ladder? He used it to pull himself up out of bed? Oh, silly Stinky, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? I'm gonna go ahead and increase the deconstruction priority in these. Don't look at the bugs. I hope it's actually still kind of a ladder. Because I have to destroy it again to fix it. Ooh-wee. We spin it like this. Wait, what am I doing? This is not necessary. I didn't... Wait, did I need to flip these? wait, okay. Were they already jammed in? No, they were here previously. Were they? I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so I cant him like so. If I leave it like that, and then we can put 1 here, we'll have a space there. So there is 1 extra space. I prefer to have extra space be more in the middle. And then there and there. So let's move this tile out of the way. I think this will work. I think this will work just fine. I think what threw me off is this is actually unnecessary to flip it because they couldn't jump from here to here anyway. I think. That's going to be auto like we said before. Okay, let's pull up the priorities. Make sure, or not priorities, their schedule and make it work. So Liam, Mima, Stinky, and May are on a shift. So this would be Liam, good. Mima, Stinky. Otto. Okay, none of the right people. So Otto gets unemployed again, goes to Mima. And the other person on shift was... The one spinning ladders allows them to jump from bed to bed. Thank you, Lost. Thank you, Lost. I had a very brief confusion of what I'm doing. Alright, we'll get this right this time. Okay, we got this. So, they can't jump from here to here. If there's the one in between, they can jump, which is why we destroyed them in the first place. If I leave a space here, that's not enough for them to not make the jump over. Like that, they definitely make the jump over. If I go like this, nope, that's wrong too. If I leave a space and go like this, that's not going to work. Like this will work. I thought we had a way to put two more in here, but maybe at the end of it we actually don't. maybe I actually do not know how to jam more in there. Fine. So May goes here. I think it is the same number of beds. I think I thought there's like ladder spinning fun, ladder spinning adventure. We'd find a way to pack in two more. Why bad for them to jump across? They wake each other up when they jump across. Unfortunately. So May goes there. So Mima, May, Stinky, Liam. Mima, May, Stinky, Liam. Awesome. Next set gets made in a little bit. Down to here? Nope. Here? Yes. Moore's game made. Thank you, Liam. The penalty of this kind of bed is that people do wake each other up regularly. Okay, let's go up to water area. Huh, the spice is not flowing. Why is the spice not flowing? Did I not turn the switch on to refill? I did. This thing is not calling for sand. It has sand. Oh, pump off due to automation. Right. Sophia, thank you for that. You're absolutely right. So the pump automation here is meant to stop it from filling these buckets. Unless it's an emergency. But no, we don't want that anymore. So for right now, I'm going to leave it because I might need it eventually. But I'm going to say send a green signal if... No, send a red signal. So I need it to work always. So if it's... I could not gate. That would fix it. How about we just disable you? Can we disable you? No, we'll destroy you briefly, and I'll send a green signal forever. And then we'll place it back here later, maybe, if we need it for some other purpose. And that gets some more refined metal, and that is just super good. Alright, over here we also have a giant pile of ice. We dump it on the ground. Good. Oh, we can make ice temp shift plates, so as not to just drip. Do that. 94% breathable? Heck yes! and 500 algae remaining. Surely that's not going to run out anytime soon. Temp shift plates made of our good friend the ice. We can make 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Alright, so there's algae here we can get to. So we can go in this way, grab this algae here, and this here, and go down this way, getting some more. We can then go down this way and grab that as well. Also, we can cut in here with no problems at all. Except for polluted oxygen, but that's not that big of a deal. So I feel like I'm working in multiple directions right now, because I am. So this is going to release a fair amount of polluted oxygen in. That said, polluted oxygen is oxygen. Let's help with this, though. Let's actually help with this by throwing a deodorizer right here, just to try to limit some of the polluted oxygen's growth. These spots right here will pick up some of it also, but we're probably have a bit of an explosion of polluted oxygen. And the wire line here has potential load over 1,000, but what else hooked up to it? Bunch of lights, one pump. This door opening and closing, I believe only uses power when it opens or closes, so that's fine. So we definitely got the polluted oxygen escaping before I made the deodorizer. I talked a good game and didn't actually do it. Yes, throw one of you there, and one of you there. I'll make that very important to get done straight away. And check the automation over like the polluted water. You think destroying the sensor made the red signal a pump? Oh, right, because building a single automation tile leads to a red signal. Lost, thank you for remembering that and reminding me for sure. Let me mark these real quick and then I'll do that. Yeah, so now it's getting a red signal because the automation wire exists. It reads red first. So we'll need to destroy this also, and I swear we'll rebuild it someday. Destroy just automation. Like so. Sorry, little friends. Sorry about your oxygen problems. Down to 73% again. Okay, so don't really want to go swimming in that water yet. So we'll grab the stuff we can without swimming first. I think they can dig in here from this tile. I'm not certain on that, though. Oh no, it's all dumping in. I forgot. So even though I don't want them to go swimming, they're definitely going swimming. Oh, sorry, little buddies. I know it's truly, truly terrible. If you try to unionize, I'll fire you all into the sun. Fairly sure we can't get that except by going up and around, and that will be swell. And then more there. Not sure if doable. If not, we'll do it from the bottom though. Do fish have big teeth? Absolutely. This is a pacu. It's like a piranha. Though I don't remember if they actually attack dupes. I don't think they do. Eventually we will have a fish farm, which I've never done. I can't wait to figure it out eventually. We'll see, we'll see. Hey, Nick Griffin, you got off late from work, so you missed some of the Oni adventure. Let me do a reenactment of the past couple hours of Oni. Oh gosh, we have no oxygen. Where's the algae? Oh gosh, is there any algae? Hey, look, the water's moving. Hey, look, the water's not moving. That's all we've done. It's been 2 hours of that. And And we made some bedrooms also, and that's pretty cool. Oh, look at this! Look at this! They leave their little hats on the little little hooks there. So in the cots, they just throw them on the ground. Wait, why are the cots disabled? Oh, also the beautiful diamond pedestal. The beautiful diamond pedestal is not really a beautiful, etc. And, we'll throw it in anyway, as a reminder of the good times. And then, do we know how to make big old statues yet? The sculpting block, indeed we do. And I believe it's the case that only one character is set up to do sculpting right now. Decoration. Assist. Nails. And make that top job is infrequent decorating needed. I forgot about remembering the fact I needed algae because I forgot about while looking at hypnotizing liquids. It's true. The beautiful, beautiful liquids. Also, I am thinking about electrolyzing oxygen. I just haven't quite gotten to that yet. Okay, they can fit through there. That's cool to see. We can get to here by digging down through here. This is jumpable, so they can get into there then. This is not jumpable. That is, though. Cool. And the deodorizer is getting some of the good polluted oxygen, but some is escaping. That's alright. Okay, yes, temp shift plates. Look at them go. Look at all this good building happening. Tons of ice. 800 kilograms of ice being put onto the wall. Surely this will stay there beautifully for the rest of time. Surely, surely. You gotta finish it. The joke doesn't work if you don't finish making it, Bonnie. I understand there's no oxygen, but get back to it, you! Oh, Bonnie. Never mind. The joke is they make it and immediately falls apart. Now, I see the water is getting down to 12 degrees, because we haven't had any of the warm water coming back in recently. And the temperature plates will continue to make it very, very cold very quickly. So it might be better for us to leave the oxygen just to melt. Not the oxygen, sorry, the ice just to melt. Old little buddies. Asking about sculpture, they love sculptures. Also, Mima, a big fan of sculptures. Not even sculptures, big fans of large blocks of stone. At least they're getting building XP for doing this. And Stinky finishes one. There it is. Oh, there's God. Okay. It's bath time for the main schedule. There's one more of these to get knocked out. I'm going to increase the priority on that by a little bit. Hopefully someone will get it done. Hello, friends. I made a slight mistake here. Once again to the barracks. So, the slight mistake I made here was, this is only one square in between again. Alright, for the 14th time today, let's go ahead and destroy the barracks. So I need to move this over one more, and then have the sculpture block here instead. Good. Hello, Andua. Why am I not filled in polluted water? Well, I actually am. It's just going kind of slowly. So it's pumping up this way, and being purified here. I just need to add another sieve, but that is low priority at the moment. So we have a large collection of water. It's for looking at. If you ever want to see the duality of man, man swears that he's good. We know deep in his heart is sin. And if you look close to the good part, little sin in there also. Little bits of sin. Okay, so I believe the sin is getting worse, actually. Last time we looked, it was all under 1,000. I may need to just stop dumping more water in until we get this totally figured out. Or I could pump all the clean water through the chlorine room. They'll be fine. Food poisoning's annoying. It won't kill anybody, though. Okay. It's getting done. Good stuff. There's algae here we can grab also, as well as algae there and there. Hey, we got our very first fungal spore. Very first fungal spore right there. So the fungal spore can be planted in the carbon dioxide, I believe, to produce dust caps. Is that true? Okay, that's mushroom. I want to see dust cap itself. There we go. Like many species of mushrooms, dust caps thrive in dark areas otherwise ill-suited to cultivation of plants. That's right. This is the one thing I have figured out in the game on my own that no one said they'd seen previously. And I was so proud of myself when I figured it out. And that one thing is, if you want the mushrooms to stop growing, you automate them so that the lights turn on and they stop growing all at once. And I was very proud to discover that on my own with no help. So they need to be in darkness, need to be 5 to 35, need to be in carbon dioxide. They also consume slime. As right now we have no way of making slime consistently, so we will not make those quite yet. Hypothermia. Uh-oh. Our swimmer buddies having a bad time? Presumably so. We're going to say don't make the last ices. They can just sit in the box. They'll gradually cool things down, but that's alright. Okay. About 2/3 full, or 1/3 full on the second one. Now that the algae situation's solved, we want to continue working on this. So, for a moment, I considered putting these out like this just to see if any of you would stop me. But no, I'll put them in like this. And then finally, the barracks will be complete. Now, on this pedestal goes a beautiful diamond. Give me a wonderful, attractive D is for diamond. Oop. Wait, how do I have 199 diamond? Previously, I had 200. Was one diamond stolen by a dupe? Nails my onto you? Okay, once the rest of the barracks is made, we want to start putting this as somebody else. One's on display. Oh, when it takes 1 for display, it really is 1. I assume it was 100 it was taking. But no, it is 1 diamond. And badeep, that's all, folks. Oh. So the other set-aside schedule right now is my Night Owls Cafe. This is going to be called the Offset Not Sure What Is. Perfect name. So Otto and not Lindsay go there, because Lindsay has to live elsewhere. So Otto, you get a bed. Great. And then I'll move 2 more dupes to the schedule. It's working overnight, so not great for people who want to be awake in the middle of the day, but no one's like that. So beloved Abe, you're going to go there. I should probably think hard about who goes where, but I don't quite know how to think about it. So researcher Pay, you got to go also. Okay, and we have 1 open bed here. We'll fix it in a moment. So Otto, Abe, Pay. Otto. That sounds like a new way of paying your bills. Auto Abe Pay, when you want to spend $5 like Mr. Lincoln. Okay, good. Hey, Shiny Bauble, thanks for the follow. Good to have you here. All you lovely new followers. Oh, I love this. I love that the statues made here are moons for sleeping. That's great. Now, I recognize these are made out of igneous rock, which does not give a decor bonus. I should have made them out of granite. We don't have that much granite, but that'd be totally good. Anyway, what's done is done. It's plus 15 on each of them. So this should be the most beautiful room in the entire base right now. That's not half bad. That is green. How much decor do you need for +1 morale? I actually don't know. I don't quite know how decor and morale fit together. Other than I know that the morale for the day is based on the average of what decor they saw as they went around. And I think because they spend the majority of their day in bed, like it's the one place they're guaranteed to be longest, having that room really nice is a good idea. That said, I'm actually not sure if the sleepy time decor affects their Judgment of Last Cycle's decor. Oh, Liam has no hat. I'm sorry, Liam. Oh, poor Liam. So why do we hire Liam? It looks like he wants to do the construction, or the carrying and the engineering. Let's look what his traits are, though, and see if there's anything in particular he'd like to do. Hello, Liam, you blue-haired beauty. Wants to do operating, supplying, farming. No matter how much Liam scrubs, he never feels clean. What did you do, Liam? Plant murderer, small bladder, night owl. Okay, into farming, but bad at farming. Night owls, no, that's not true. Plant murderer. So supplying and operating is what he will do. He may actually be on that already. He's on nothing. Supplying all the way and operating all the way. Step this one down one. And I'd like him to do storing and tidying after that. I actually want tidying equivalent to supplying. All the rest is going to get demoted. And that way, storing will be done after the other ones. Now, what is life support? Oh. I've been reading Algae Terraria as tidying jobs because they're emptying and filling. But no, it's actually life support, a totally different kind of task. I am amazed and delighted we have not died of suffocation yet. Okay, so the people who are on supplying, I want to have life supporting also. Perhaps equally important, in fact. Liam, you're going to do that as often. And then Meemaw appears to be quite good at supplying. Right, Meemaw is only temporarily a builder. So I'm going to lower that for now. And then go ahead and kick supplying up for her. Okay. Meemaw will need to do more building until someone else is a mechatronic engineer. But not quite yet. All that was based on Liam has no hat and I see his hair. So we'll fix that. Hello, Liam, with 24 morale, none spent. I think we're just going to unlock all 5 of these immediately. Oh, we have no more points. Of course we don't. Just can't keep typing. We'll give you the basic Tinkerer's hat for now. We can look through and see who else gets what else. So yeah, poor Stinky has no hat also. And I believe I brought Stinky on exclusively as a constructor. So glad we have, he's our main constructing character. We wanted for one for a very long time and we got him. Hello Kang, how's it going? Okay, now everyone has a hat. I feel better about myself. 33. My goodness. My goodness. Yeah, so salted food gives you 1. Salted food gives you 1 morale on top of your normal meal. Hazmat digging. I was digging corium. Don't even know what that is. Can't wait to find out though. If we give him the plumbing, it gives 2 more strength also. Things are good. He got off work, birthday weekend. Kanga, number 1, happy almost birthday. Number 2, happy weekend. Number 3, happy no more work. Hopefully you have a great, great birthday weekend. I'm glad I get to be part of it a little bit. In earlier days, I would sing a birthday song to you. It goes this way. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. That was for you, Kanga. For you personally. We'll do more priorities in the future. Here come some hats. Let's hide that blue hair. I wonder if any of Liam's blue hair peeks out even a little bit as he puts the hat on. No, the blue hair appears to be only for the weekend. Okay, so we can have someone climb through here. Tropical Pacu. These ones look even angrier than the basic Pacus. I'm not going after your babies. I'm just borrowing your algae. You understand the difference, right? Okay, we said before we can come this direction. Oh, and more here also. If we dig here, polluted water will come out. So we'll dig here instead. I'm going to hold off on this little bit for now and throw another deodorizer in. Now, long term, we will not need these deodorizers. In fact, this one's not needed at all anymore. But that's okay. So we'll dump one of you in the middle here. Cool. The blue hair does stick out of his hat if he climbs up the ladder. Oh, okay. So it's dupe business in front, dupe party in back. I get it. 92,000 kilocalories of food. And all this food is food we're producing ourselves. So I think we're actually in very good shape on food. Oxygen is still the issue, but that's alright. I feel like I'm surprisingly unconcerned about the oxygen situation. So we need one more person to sleep in this bed spot. So one more person needs to go onto that schedule also. Right. Ren, I think you gotta go down there, my friend. And then this bed is for Ren also. Okay. So Bonnie's bed and this bed also we're gonna destroy. We're gonna destroy this bedroom hallway. Been very good for us, but no more. And then there's still people sleeping in there. Now these ones over here are all unassigned. I saw Hassan is still one of the people in those up there. And Catalina, and it seems Bonnie as well. And we're gonna have to make another barrack setup like this somewhere else at some point soon. Catalina? Good. And Bonnie. And so poor Nails and Ruby. Yep, just Nails and Ruby now. Just Nails and Ruby. I'll go and destroy these. Cool. And then, as before, Lindsay's here as well. Now, is this now large enough to count as a barracks? It is! Once we have this area cleaned out, I'll be putting another barracks on that side as well, I believe. Just the exact same setup, probably. That feels really good. It feels really, really good to have figured that one out. I've been talking about making this since, I believe, the first day of the stream, or first day of the playthrough, and yeah, that's cool. It's cool. Okay. Let's check up here. Second water bucket appears to be full. Third water bucket is not quite full, very close. Are you crazy or did deodorizers not used to require electricity? You're absolutely correct. Yep. Deodorizers needing electricity is a fairly new thing. I believe it was put in the game because so many players would just throw deodorizers everywhere in the base to the point that polluted oxygen was just never a problem for them. The standard line was putting them down like candy. Like a trail of candy around the base. Okay. Actually fine if we go up like this, then dig this out, get that corner. No more slime. Alright, so as of right now, I feel pulled in 2 directions. Direction number 1 is... Why is this here? Direction number 1 is, why have I done this? We'll fix that. This is the line all the way down. Yeah. Issue number 2. Wait, we don't even need this, do we? They just need to climb there and hop to there. Bizarre, bizarre, bizarre. Okay. Topic number 2. I'd like to make a fire pole all the way down to here. We can definitely do that. Topic number 3. Electrolyzing. Electrolyzing, I believe, is topic number 3. Unless I want to try to fix this sieve issue here and get this room automated. So we have enough water going with me doing this manually. As long as I stay on top of it, no big concerns. Thank you, Sophia, for listing our goals for the day. So indoor plumbing, check. Number 2, produce oxygen without algae. Yeah. Number 3, automated chlorine room. Okay, it looks like I'm saying we're gonna do oxygen without algae first, and then we'll automate the chlorine room after that. Cool, 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 cool. Blue Link, you're all starting a brand new Oni base. Amazing. I think now we have 5 or 6 people who have started new Oni bases from watching me playing this one. So I hope you're enjoying. the Oni playthroughs also when you're trying them as well. And I wish you the best of luck, and may your dupes live long and happy lives. Should don't die be number 1 of the goals? I put it midway through as a bit of a joke. I like that. I like that people are reading and saying, "Oh, those are serious goals. Serious goals to, produce enough power without needing algae." And then suddenly, don't die. Ramnam, you're starting a new base also. Awesome, Ramnam. Good luck to you, my friend. And I'm guessing many of you are playing the game also without telling me about it, and that's just fine. That's just fine, of course. All right, the mighty power pole. Did it run through this room? Okay, you can't. I'm about to say I had no idea you could slide straight through the doors. You stopped just briefly, I believe. And this is not an industrial building, so it won't stop the park. Cool. I want to have the second sieve working here before this is full, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Lots of stones on the ground here, mostly igneous rock. Igneous rock lives up here for right now. Add a new one of those. And then there's also a bunch of iron ore. I'm surprised. I think this holds iron ore. And there's still space in there, so it's just not been hauled yet. Probably enough other jobs that the storing is not getting done. This here does absolutely nothing for us. Let's get rid of that and then that. And let's spend a moment to figure out how we can improve the beauty of this room. Well, I think I'm seeing... Let's go ahead and remove all of that. They can jump from the pole, can't they? I always forget they can sit on the pole and jump. They have very, very strong bodies to be able to do that. Yeah, there we go. And I'll continue bringing this along as well. I'm not sure we want all these down. Yeah, I think we're going to start removing this one also. Cool. Now we'll go the rest of the way over. And yeah, I guess I'll seal this up as well. Cool. So, what comes after rock crushing? It's the smelter thing, right? But the smelter thing is very, very hot. Whom are you? Oh no, we got a grub. So the grubs consume sulfur and consume sucrose, and I didn't realize the grubs were that big. I thought they'd be little cuties like the Sweetles. It's huge though. I think if we went and attacked it, it would eat us all. Oh, I should have set up eat grub grub eggs forever and always, because that's terrifying. Digestion, sulfur, sucrose, and dupes, surely. It's likely to keep making grub grub eggs. They rub plants to make plants grow faster? Don't the Sweetles also do that? Or do they tend them in slightly different ways? Let's read and see. Okay, grub grubs form symbiotic relationship with plants, especially grub fruit plants, and instinctually tend to them. Doesn't say how exactly. Ah, closely related grub grubs exhibit similar, albeit less effective farming. Okay, so it does much, much faster. But they make mud. And I don't want mud right now. I don't think. So I'm sorry, grub grub. You must die. Don't mud? I guess mud gives us water. That's cool, but for right now, no. Will I regret this for the rest of my days? Possibly. The Sweetle's age 50. I think it will still make an egg. If not, as always, we can get more there. Okay. Okay. Not able to get that little bit there, I don't think. I'll fix that in a second. Poor Grub Grub. Poor Grub Grub, just trying to help out. Oh. Ha! Random sage hatch. These are wild animals. Just doing what they do. We got a pool here of polluted oxygen. It will flow down eventually. I'm actually not quite sure where it's come from. Oh, just the off-gassing here. I should have noticed that. We should throw a deodorizer there then also. You vent your CO2 into space? Yeah. We'll head to space eventually. Under refinement, you can find a juicer building. You could use mud for water. Yeah, I guess I don't know how much water the mud creates. And eventually I will have probably both Sweetles and Grub Grubs. But for right now, I just want Sweetles, because like I said, I'd like to have their sucrose. That seems good. And the cycle water check. Hey, good call, that'll work. Off goes the machine. No germs. No germs. 200,000 germs. Wait just a moment on that, and then we'll pump back out. Cool. The mighty pole is getting made. Good. Okay. So I'm going to try to do the thing with the hydrogen pump machines power good. And also the oxygen things good. The oxygen that comes out of it, though, is fairly hot. And so we have to find a way to cool down that oxygen. Now, the cooling situation currently is this brine water. The brine water here is basically at freezing. This is going to start erupting again in 0.7 cycles, so very soon. Dormancy in 25 cycles. So this will not be a permanent situation. You're working on your own SPOM right now? Right, SPOM. Self-propelling oxygen machine. I think that's what it is. And there's some ratio of things you want inside of it, or maybe it's just 1-to-1. Maybe it's one electrolyzer to one hydrogen pump, and then there's like a door you use, and you gotta get a dupe in there to run it a little bit, and then it will survive forever as long as it doesn't overheat, something. Self-powered, not self-propelled. I think I always do that. I like the word propelled more than powered. I'm gonna continue calling it the self-propelled machine, because that's more fun. Okay, I think I'll make it over here, because this fine thing should keep it cooler, or at least be easier proximity for cooling. Though I do wonder how fast it will heat up the water nearby. Hello, Sweetles. I said I was going to treat you well, Not you, buddy. The ones down here, sure, but sorry, buddy. No goodness for you. There are multiple ways to do a spam. I only know one, unfortunately. And, I guess we can mess around with other ones, see what we can figure out, but... my spam is the greatest of spams. It's the one I was taught first. Use brine for cool system and convert normal water to feed the system. That rise temperature of water cannot break the pipe. Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because that's a really good idea. Because the water that goes into the electrolyzer has to be water. If only you could have, like, briny air. That'd be the best. Like a beautiful day on the beach. Ah, feel those salt shards in my lungs. But it has to be water going into the electrolyzer. And so we want to use the brine to cool down the system, and then have a desalinator, which makes it into normal water. And that desalinated water will then go into the electrolyzer, making hydrogen and oxygen. Yeah, I love that idea. Love that idea. It'll work very, very well. The only concern with that is I'll need to have a dupe come all the way over here to attend to the desalinator. Oh, you know what we can do? We don't have to kill it. We don't have to kill it. We can wrangle it and send it to the farm upstate over here. Yeah, they're already dropping it off. More. H2 go to the top. Yeah, the current intention, and I've done this before, we'll see how it goes. The current intention is to have a hydrogen generator up here that will be powering the electrolyzer, and they're supposed to balance out and work forever. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? More oxygen, freedom, good. I'm going to put an insulated line right around the box just to ensure that it doesn't all heat up. This might be worrying more than we need to, but better safe than sorry, etc., etc. We'll gradually fill this in. Speaking of which, prioritize these so they get done. How many construction jobs are there right now, I wonder? Okay, it's job number 3. Now, I just increased its priority. These are on job 5, so what's the priority? Not thrown one yet, because it's unreachable, actually. How about this? Job 2 at 5. So there aren't that many construction jobs, thankfully. But we can dig down here, and they'll make the hopping, and that will be good. I wonder how hot it's going to run the compost bin, which requires flipping. That is job number 1 for Nails. It's a farming job. So I believe Nails is on do decoration first and then do farming. Is that true? Decoration, then farming. Yep. Now this might be a little bit too much farm for one person. One duper. One dupson. So something I'm considering is beginning to remove these. I don't want to remove them all at once, of course. But if we get to get rid of one of them, there'll be fewer tidying jobs. Or I guess they're the same number of tidying jobs, but they're distributed across more dupes. So yeah, we'll break you down now. And then once we have the other barracks over here, we'll be good to go again. 1800 algae. There's still more to get. Some to get here. don't believe we can climb through that. Wait, if there's a tile here... Are they able to pop through that? I think they can build this from this side. They're eating my algae! No! Don't you eat my algae! That's absolutely unacceptable. That's a paddling for sure. These are the organics will increase the prioritization of hauling in algae quite a bit, and hope they go get it. It's definitely reachable. Shame on you all. Those as well. Up to here as well. I wonder if we've researched hydrogen energy production yet. We have actually. I think we use pressure sensors to ensure that something is pumped only at the right time. Yeah, I think there's a way to make it without having a gas filter. Yeah? And I think doing without a gas filter is like the joy of the so-called spam. They can't pop on the other side. They can do if it was offset. They can't pop on the other side. Oh, here. They can if it's offset. Okay. I can do this slime the pool, even above the pool, to end up submerged in water, not off gas, off germ. Oh, that's a very good point. Right, submerged things do not off gas. The only concern with that is, will I forget it's there? And pump out the water. I guess we could ask them to move the slime deeper down here and then not take it out of the water until we have the slime control room created. As always, the issue is just, do any of these organics have slime permitted? Lost, you're very smart. Thank you for the very good thought there. Everybody's going swimming. Everybody's going swimming. So these are my current shame buckets. They do not allow slime. We have no slime yet, but it's not marked as all organics. Also, this one would be higher priority to stop the off-gassing. So everything should get moved down now. Let's go check the chlorine room. Totally empty, all good. Push the button! Hey, King Pigeon, what's up with me? Not too much. Lovely Saturday morning here. Having a great time playing some Oxshot included. Getting stuff done, don't you know? Happy balloon time. Pay, happy balloon time. Lots of carbon dioxide here. We could add additional airflow tiles here or here. The only issue with that is that the polluted oxygen will then escape more easily and not be cleansed on the way out. Love the stream. Glad to hear it. Got gifted a sub. Absolutely. Yeah, the other night, and last night, 2 nights ago, there was tremendous generosity in the channel with gift subs. And I'm so glad a lot of people, came back to the stream and said hi after that, and been really appreciative. It's been a very nice thing to see so many folks subscribed and hanging out and enjoying the show. And yeah, super generous, and I'm glad you appreciated it. Massive sub bomb. That's exactly the phrase for it. The bomb sounds so violent. I need a fluffier word. I'm not sure what word I want for that, though. Can you pump chlorine gas in the chamber to kill the slime? So no, unfortunately gases, Yeah, unfortunately, gases don't interact with solids. So even if you have chlorine gas right here, it won't do anything against the slime in the solid. You have to directly... There's a bit machine. I forgot what it's called. It's a giant cylinder, though. You pump chlorine into the cylinder and then load the slime in, and they spin it. When they finish spinning it, the slime is cleansed. But no, you can't just do it in the air, unfortunately. Now, if there's slime lung germs in the air, I believe that chlorine will kill those. It'll also kill food poisoning. Oh, food poisoning. Oh, food poisoning. Someday that base will not have any food poisoning. Someday. Okay, so we're going to dig through this next. And then make this as fast as we possibly can. And see what happens. Nobody touch the slime, thank you. Come pay. Come make it. Here comes pay. Taking eggshells. Fine. Alright, someone come and make this thing. Stinky's on the way! Wait, solids interact, gases do interact if they're piles. Oh, yeah. So you're saying, like, the polluted dirt, which is a solid, creates gas. That makes sense for sure. But, yeah, the solid here can't receive anything from the gas, to the best of my knowledge. Anybody? Alright, here's the first slime ever going to this box. It is highest possible priority. And organic, I believe. Yes. All the slime goes there. So now we can dig out the slime with freedom and joy, and surely nothing bad will ever happen. But most notably, that makes this algae available here. And got some Pacu fillets. I assume that Pacu fillets can be fired up into something. Pacu fillets become cooked seafood. It's a +3. Wow. Wait, you're saying if you dig it, it becomes a pile of ground. At that point, you can immerse in chlorine. Wait, really? I didn't know that. So if this were not polluted water, but instead all chlorine, and you just dump the slime onto that, the chlorine would kill on the little object? No, you're joking. This is not true. This is not true. Is this true? I've spent so much time trying to make functional slime cleansing rooms with showers and little dupes wearing their cute little suits. All you have to do is dump the slime into a pile of chlorine. Oh, this changes everything, but not in a fun way. I still kind of want to do the over-the-top beautiful room. I probably will. There's so many things about the game I still don't know. That's absolutely amazing how little I know about this game sometimes. Alright. Want to fetch you out of there. And I'll need a little ladder for that. And some more gold, and then there are hills. How did I not know that? Is that a new addition to the game? This slime tiles, when made into piles, can be cleansed? Hey, you have a good night, my friend. Cycle 15. Well done, well done. Hope your base is growing beautifully. The off-gassing causes a big gas control issue, but it does work. Okay. Huh. I had no idea. It's one of those things I would assume I'd been backseated on at some point years ago. If it's always been there, but cool. Cool. I'm hoping the little buddies who are carrying the slime into the boxes aren't getting slime on their bodies. Where are you going with that? Where are you going with that? So Catalina is carrying slime, supplying cook ingredients. Are we cooking slime? Are we cooking slime? How are we cooking slime? All right, team. We gotta sort this one out real quick. Cook electric grill. Cook supply electric grill. Carrying slime. So it said electric grill. Follow the line. Oh, right. She shows where she's going to. Thank you. Bump-a-dum-ba-da-da, bump-a-dum-ba-da-da, bump. She really is going here. Pickled meal. You don't use slime. Are there meals that are made with slime? Any clever guesses, my friends? Because something is really weird right now. Still carrying it. There's a spice grind recipe on it. Okay, I see that. I see that now. So is she trying to make this, even though I haven't said make any of them? Interesting. Okay. Cool. Thank you for doing that, Paper Pants. I don't actually want this to be used at all right now. Did she drop it? She dropped it at once. That's exactly what she was doing. Thank you for the good assistance. Oh boy. Almost at immediate slime breachage. What's happening up here? Number 2's almost full. Good. What's happening over here? Nice area dug out. Learned the exact same way. Pair Pants, I appreciate you suffering so that I may live. Let's get this one wrangled. Do I have this area set up to accept Sweet Larva also? Yep, I do. Good. Okay. Like I said, I want to make a line of insulated tiles across here. Probably could have done that while building earlier or mining out earlier. Just didn't think of it. Cool. Okay, and then the level below that is where we're going to put the hydrogen room. Because as long as they don't get the wrong kind of water into the hydrogen pump, or there's no overheating, and the big issue is always ensuring that we don't get any oxygen into the pump line that's going to the hydrogen pump. There's always some reason that I need to have my dupes go inside and fix things. And that's exactly what it is. I'm remembering all the times I have to repair the Pearl to Hydrogen machine over and over and over again. We'll get it, though. We'll get it. There's a certain width we need here. I remember that part. That width is based on... Don't quite remember what. We'll figure it out. We always figure it out. We'll get it. We'll get it. Just nobody gets slime for cooking. Thank you. Okay, so the slime among here is indeed increasing every single moment. I just put algae away. Didn't mean to do that. I want to keep an eye on that one. You're also... And a cycle water switch reminder. Okay, good call. Oop. Now we're good still. We're still good. Yeah, I could set up a timer or something. What automation do I have available right now on this? Atmos sensor. So I believe there's no way to have automation sensor check on how much liquid's left in the reservoir. I think you can turn reservoirs on and off with automation, but I don't think you can check based on anything there. Now, we could use a liquid sensor on a pipe to see is there liquid here, but I don't think that would help us necessarily. Okay. Are there other kind of sensors that would help us? Timer. Let's see if we can research timer. Can do timers. Cool, this will help quite a bit. Need a bolus sensor to sense the bolus moving around. So I definitely know how that works. I know you can do a liquid sensor. Say, is there liquid here? But without a timer, I'm not quite sure how to use it. Because even if, we'll say there's liquid here or liquid not here, reservoirs now have automation with how full they are. This game is full of surprises. This game's absolutely full of surprises. Rukapi, thank you for telling me that. I mean, so let me tell you, like, really and sincerely, honestly, that little line with his logic activation parameters is blocked by my microphone arm. So my microphone arm comes down this way, and the microphone's right off of camera in front of me. And so there's a little arm that runs across that bit of the screen. I didn't see it at all. Thank you, Rukapi, for noticing that. Cool. That does change matters, doesn't it? This is still working okay. Whenever we get to automating here, though, that'd be very, very helpful. Okay, we'll need to think about how to make it work the way we want it to work, but we can automate on the third one in particular. Though I think each automation output can only control one can only control one other piece. So we need to figure out oh, isn't there like some strip you can do where you can send multiple automation signals in multiple directions? I haven't seen those before. Because ideally what I want to do is when this one is 3/4 full, stop water coming in, and then... Okay, wait. And then, after a certain period of time, turn this one on. But the timer shouldn't start until this one stops. I feel logic gates coming. I feel myself using if-then logic gates. How's toilet output doing? I'm sure it's fine. All fine, all fine, all fine. Don't you worry, all fine. Okay, why is there water on the ground here still? It's the salt water. There's no errand for it. I thought I put saltwater dump here. I did. Maybe it's just so low. Another nice trick. If the reservoir loses its base, it can still get water but can't output. Alright, look here, you. That's clearly got to be hacks, right? Clearly hacks. I mean, I guess if they haven't fixed it yet, it must not be hacks. Bloating reservoirs. I'm amazed at how much knowledge there is in this game. Like, how much you can know that's happening behind the scenes, I guess is the word for it. And like ways you can figure out how to play the game ever more efficiently. That's the phrase we'll use. Ever more efficiently. Not big old haxing. We can find out what's inside this room. More secrets of the past very soon. And what do we get? What do we get? Copper ore. Or Meep the Farmer. Old Meep Donald. E-I-E-I-O. Possibly Old Meep Donald. If only he had the green thumb of Turner here. Is there any way that we can crossbreed Meep and Turner? I need some CK3 fun. Lyra Digger. Wow, started with hard digging and likes digging. So I don't have another barracks right now. It would be just throwing them into the basic barracks. Because we're consuming plenty of oxygen right now, I actually don't want to bring anyone else in until I have the hydrogen room functional. Just getting ever closer, I swear. Okay. So let's think through this. I know I'm going to want an insulated wall right here. I know also I'm actually going to move the ladder over some, so we have a little bit more space over here. I don't want to build everything super tight. Also, I cut this hole without realizing we should put a deodorizer in as well. A little bit more is escaping this way and getting down here. Alright, so power thing. Show me the hydrogen generator. I don't think any space is needed above it. I think the hydrogen generator is the end of the line. And so if we have a wall here, I believe it will be built right here. So I believe that this is the floor level we need. The one below that. Wait, it's sticky now? Has it always been sticky? That's amazing. So I can mark a spot and then go do some stuff? Okay, when you click on the new item, it moves you along. Cool. So I know I want insulate tile along here. And then just so I don't forget, I will put a further ladder here. We're still making everything out of sandstone, and there's mafic rock right here. Let's try to be good kids and use mafic rock for all this stuff instead. Excuse me, thermally reactive. So it's going to get warmer faster. Which I guess is good for insulated tiles, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, one more of those. And then we'll just do the tiles out of sandstone still. Importing more and more material the resorty way. Okay. I know we need to have an electrolyzing thing and 2 pumps. One pump that grabs the hydrogen above. We use airflow tiles, I believe, to allow the hydrogen to go up. There's like a weird door thing or a wall thing if you want. If you trust yourself not to repair the generator, a wall thing is fine. A door thing, I believe, is what I'm going to use for now until I'm sure it all works correctly. And then we leave like one tile open above the door to allow the hydrogen to come over. We'll need to go very, very slowly and figure this one out. But I got faith. I got faith. Dig in like so. And more ladder like so here. I'll continue filling this in, but someone needs to come dig out that spot first. Actually, I wonder if my newer digger character is able to learn a newer level of digging now. So, other digging character is Bonnie. Hello, Bonnie. Alright, so you actually already have the ability to do Abyssalite. I'll give you even one more, though, and then you also get the Black Hats. And Catalina, you're just a cook. You already have all the carrying stuff. You're probably stay like that for now. Catalina was my very early researcher before we had a dedicated researcher. Hassan, just plumbing and such. We can give you better carrying. Everybody loves that. And you're helping with constructing, too. You could be our plumber still. Love that little hat on you. Lindsay here, our #1 constructor, becomes a #1 constructor. And then Stinky. Good old Stinky. No points available. Hopefully some soon. So that should help them with getting the Abyssalite mined out fairly quickly. Though I do see I'm working in many, many spots simultaneously. I should probably just pick one area to work for a while. Or Bonnie. No oxygen over here. Airflow tiles down. Would definitely be a good idea, as right now I was exchanging just through the one hole there. Or we can just dig some openings here. Like I said, I want to put a second ladder line. And then actually a fire pole while I'm working on these things too. Good. And make this little tile into a normal tile instead. Look much nicer that way. Oh, but wait, this is actually all going to be insulated tile, actually. Yeah, that's how I want it. Hey, Aero Capital, you want to be renamed a stripper pole? Is it a fire pole? That's the adults only release of Oxygen Not Included. Man, you should see what Meep does in his off hours. Oh, poor Meep. Oh, this was made out of sandstone, actually, not out of mafic rock. Thought I changed it back, but must not have done so. There we go. And that Meemaw, you'll never guess what she did in her youth. These are all struggling for want of water. Presumably Nails the farmer needs some help. But we're over 100,000 food right now, so it's not a huge issue. Except for, of course, the inefficiency. Plenty of off-gassing on the slime right now. But it doesn't off-gas slime lung, correct? Good. Does it? Does it? I think it actually is off-gassing slime lung. No! Okay. So, if it drops in the water, good. If it doesn't, bad. So, sweep. Emergency sleeping. Anybody, get to sleeping. Abe just inhaled a slime lung. Is Ren coming? You do it, Ren? Yes, good. Oh yes, clapping. They love the slime lung. Hooray, slime lung. We need to make sure we stop digging slime out here We'd instead dig it out exclusively where it has water underneath it. So digging from bottom top is probably a better idea than just grabbing whatever comes to mind first. Yep. So did anybody catch the slime lung yet? Hello, Abe. Hello, Abe. Abe, how do I insist that you're going to go take a shower right now? Or do we just trust he'll get over eventually? I think he'll go shower fairly soon. But we do have some slime lung in the air now. It grows in polluted oxygen, I believe dies to normal oxygen. So there is a deodorizer here. I'll throw one more even closer just to stop the badness. And hopefully no death sentence. Medium exposure slime lung. Radioactive contracted slime lung is only 10% now. Is at risk of waking up sick on next shift. Perhaps we should just stop working over here for a little while. The algae's under control, so yeah, let's just stop all this. Lindsay, are you also slime lungy? No, it's just Abe. Alright, my friends, the time has come to noon on a Saturday. My wife's home, so I'm going to go hang out with her now. It's time for sandwich o'clock, though on the weekends we never have sandwiches. So thank you for being here. It was really cool to see some more stuff get done, to see the, what did we do today? I'm sure we did something today of value. I have no idea what it was, but I had a great time, and I hope you did also. Tomorrow's my day off. Tomorrow's the day off, so I will not be here. But definitely, I'll be back on Monday morning my time, Sunday evening American time, to get the auction production going, and to hopefully not have us full of slime lung. Whichever way, hope you enjoyed yourself today. Thank you for your kindness, your company, the subs and tips and follows, and all the other good stuff you folks do. Thanks for being around. See you again real soon. Goodbye, friends. Hi, Spracknell.